so we don't
All
get
right.
me and Wayne confused.
We are now on Twitch, I think.
Oh,
I gotta send CJ the.
What? Can you move those to?
Oh, yeah.
I gotta actually get sharing.
Oh, and I just got a Spastic Gaming is live notification.
Oh,
Hey,
I forgot I had notifications for you.
You're a follower? Alright.
I
Yes,
got
I
8
am.
followers.
Yeah, because I'm a good
If
friend.
I'm not a follower, I'm not to be.
Not your best friend though.
No,
Ooh.
you're not my best friend.
Oh,
I
golly.
stated in my Petrakuja because I was like, Amy's my best friend, not Dusty.
And I was just like, I have to comment on this now. Thanks for bringing it up
Calling
now.
him out.
Yes. I guess my Xbox is probably too big for this.
Let me just double check in here real quick to see. Do you have any goblins in here?
I think I do.
Looking for a more
I like how
rogue-like
somebody just
goblin.
left this like sliver of pizza.
Oh, yeah,
They're
that
considerate.
I hate taking the last piece of anything.
It's always rude in some cultures. It's gonna be super hot.
I'll just throw all these
It is.
pepperonis on top of my thing.
Super hot. Super hot.
I got that for free when it was on.
Oh,
It was
did
free
you?
on the store
Which
recently, and I haven't actually played it yet.
Which one? Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of
Well,
want
it
to
was free
play
on
it on.
Xbox.
I want to play it in VR mode.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
Alright.
But, like I've got that I want to play, and then Hollow Knight just had its last DLC bit, and then also God of War just had a new game plus. I'm like, I've got all these things I want to do, but I'm still playing Dead Cells. And actually, no, now I'm playing Samus Returns because I got it on 3DS. I'm like, I have to play that now.
I gotta check and see if we actually have audio.
Sounds like it.
Oh god. You're gonna peek it.
Ooh, sorry. That
Alright, I think we're about ready. So, I think we're ready. Are we ready?
For the most part.
Alright.
was
So remember the camera is in the weird creepy angle
That
over there.
one?
Wait for the camera.
So
yeah.
not this one.
So
Okay.
that camera is always going to be facing the board or trying to.
Okay.
This one is going to be the everybody.
Oh,
camera.
actually, I had a couple questions before we get started, and I don't know if anybody knows this yet. But so one of the things when I'm making my alchemical items,
No good.
it's when I can make them. There's like I can make half the max batch size, but I couldn't find anything that told me what the max batch size was.
It's probably there's probably like a table or something. Or
Like, do you think it'd be under the alchemical items
Oh
themselves?
yeah, totally.
Because that's like I didn't see.
Oh, dang it. I didn't write down my account.
I came prepared with my spells.
Ooh, that was smart.
Ooh, hell yeah.
I just bookmarked all mine.
Oh yeah, I just bookmarked all mine.
Well, I have a spell. So
That's really
I don't have
That's all
any
I
spells.
That is very fair.
it's just my feats. My feats are what I'm gonna get confused on.
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
need to write those down next time as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write down my melee strikes for now, though.
Wait, what was the thing I
Who
should
dat?
have bookmarked?
Okay.
Who that? Who that?
Bulk. Oh, it says
Who dat?
bulk.
Who dat?
Wait, bulk
I
large?
am
I
lying.
don't know
Why
what
are you
the hell
telling
that
me I'm
means.
not lying?
It's a bulk light is actually what
Oh,
it means.
okay, okay.
So,
it doesn't.
I don't know what the conversion rate for light amount of bulks that
I
equal
think
one.
it's 10 lights is a 1 bulk.
I'm looking for batch size.
I'm like I think.
Okay,
that's
I thought
actually-
that was.
No, that was not a reference. That was not a reference. I literally think that it's 10
walkies
lights
is
to.
one running.
Yeah, that's not a walkies reference.
Oh no, tiny us are talking.
Oh, yep.
No feedback.
Infinite loop.
I'm just pulling up the chat. We have one viewer. Only one person wants to do it. It's probably me.
I sent it to CJ and I also posted it on Snapchat to.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
sent it to like some of my other friends
And
and
the
also to
off-topic.
Alex.
Did you send it to
I did send it to
just
off-topic.
Thank you for sending it on top of the
Yeah.
channel. I'm
No,
very
I
interested.
haven't. I sent it just to Alex, but I will send it to the whole
I'm
D&D
search
chat.
for Sam with 101.
Schwassawad. Sam. Where's Sam?
All right.
It was a really complicated last name. You're going, if you're hiking tomorrow.
Oh
Sam.
yeah, the one with the iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go hiking tomorrow?
Yeah, I plan on hiking. I am gonna bring a swimsuit just in case.
I'm probably
It's
gonna.
so cold.
Yes,
It's gonna be so cold though.
but I want to try it.
It's gonna be like 40.
I'm trying to figure out what is
Water
fatigue?
temperature?
It's gonna be like 57
Huh?
air temperature.
Fatigue?
I
Yeah,
don't know if usually
I'll bring
fatigue
it
is
just in
like
case.
It'll be fun.
It's some sort of like status effect, like.
Yeah.
I got so much items that like my equipment list is already almost full.
You're
And
also-
all I have is repair kit, thieves tools, armor.
You know, we're all
and
Yeah,
then
tiny people.
I wrote a bunch of mine just in a row because I was
So-
like, I can't.
We're all tiny people, but one
Did you
person.
fill out
Doing the
your
intro,
weapon
get
stuff
the
yet?
books onto my iPad
All this?
because I didn't get them all
Have you
to
figured
me.
out? Like, this means your die
Set
that
up
you
on
roll.
here.
Oh,
right?
all of the books?
Yes.
Just
No,
monster manual.
that's not
I
what
got
I
everything
used.
else right here.
Okay.
So what I did was
Okay.
I wrote down a modifier there, and then my dice
Do you have the
down
monster
here.
manual on your
What's the
Google
modifier
account?
there?
Like in Google Docs?
But that looks good dice, and that
I don't-
doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
Can you?
Oh,
I wonder if you
okay.
can
So this is like I think D20 plus whatever number, and this is your dice for damage.
I'll
That's
check.
the way to show it.
Actually, I'm not logged.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how did you establish your modifier?
All one word.
So it's
All
my
one
ability
word, capital
modifier,
S.
which
So,
is
okay.
dex,
Not
okay,
capital.
okay,
plus my
okay.
proficiency
Yep,
is
yep, yep,
plus
yep.
Tried
And
very
then
hard to make it.
your
look like
is your
it's
ability
on.
modifier if you're like so the
Ability
So-
should be whatever your main ability is. In this case, since it's a dagger, it's probably dex or strength, whatever's easier or better.
I think we're ready to get started. It's 8.
Good
Welcome
start.
everybody. For those of you joining live or watching the video on Lost Forge Tabletop Gaming on YouTube, this is the inaugural D&D live stream. We have a tentative name of Dusty's and Dangers. It could change. I'll just head bobbing. First, we're going to introduce everybody at the table. Go ahead and start, Wayne. And look at the pretty people at home.
That one.
That one.
The tall
Just
one.
like the one on the table.
Hello! My name is Wayne, playing the character of Pfeiffer, the dwarf alchemist.
Backstory, anything you want people to know ahead of time?
Not necessarily that I can.
You want it to reveal as it goes?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I will be updating our website, spastigaming.com, with everybody's character sheets, so if you want to follow along and make sure that you understand what stats and kind of classes and character stuff like that do, that will be available on the website at a later time. There will probably be a link, but right now, I haven't had a chance to. But next up.
But
Brother!
I am Ronald. I play Trin, a goblin bard. I'm the dumb one. That's all you know for now.
Brother! I am Cameron. I'm going to be playing the goblin rogue Muncho. And we're brothers, if you couldn't tell.
And he's the smart one.
I'm the smart one. Actually, and I don't know if 14 intelligence is good for a
You're
goblin.
smart.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
pretty good.
smart for a goblin.
Yeah.
Street smarts!
And I'm Eileen. I'm playing Grizz the Gnome Barbarian.
It wasn't until after we
We're
created
all
those
short.
characters. Yes, we are the short squad.
Short squad.
Hope this group doesn't come up short.
Ah.
Anyways, so we are playing the new Pathfinder Playtest. I'm gonna use the tiny camera for something.
Tiny camera.
The Pathfinder Playtest is the new book that they came out with the Pathfinder 2 early edition of the game. We're going to be checking it out. We have not played any of the Pathfinder Playtest as of now. We've played a lot of Pathfinder. We actually have a secondary group we're playing through Rise of the Rune Lords, which the book's over there and I want to grab it. That book actually takes place 11 years after the events of Doomsday Dawn. So if you are familiar with Rise of the Rune Lords, this is a pseudo-prequel. We, again, do not know any rules, so if there are any rules corrections that you see, leave them in the comments down below. Let us know what we're doing wrong. If you guys have any suggestions on ways to improve how we relay information to you guys on the stream, let us know. We do have a camera that lets me change up stuff. I got a little keyboard here, so I can go over here, and then, whoop-bam! Big book! Ha!
Fancy.
Nice.
And then, we can go back. Any technology. I'll also be adding names to player character stuff down below at the little the bottom bar, but you can see everybody's class icon as well as who's playing them. So
hell yeah.
it's gonna be good times.
Yeah.
Good times. So before we start, are you prepared? I don't know.
Trying
As
to avoid
prepared
that.
as
As we will ever be.
yes. It's a new campaign, new adventure. We'll have to come up with a theme song. Yeah.
We should come up with a theme song.
So on the back of the book, we'll start with the final countdown.
I can't do it.
It's
Easy.
I was waiting. My neighbors are gonna hate. They're gonna fucking hate us. Mysterious ancient artifacts from sand-choked Osirian count down the years until a rare planetary conjuration that will align Pathfinder's world of Galarian with the hostile planet Octurne, allowing the ravenous hordes of the domain of the Black to surge forth in their terrible alien image. Doomsday Dawn takes the heroes on a decade-long journey through Galarian as they attempt to understand and defeat the otherworldly menace and avoid utter catastrophe. This collection of 7 multi-encounter scenarios is designed to introduce Pathfinder Playtest rules in its guided, sharpened playtest experience, coinciding with regular surveys and feedback with players like you. Like you. So, yes, this is a interesting thing. We're gonna play the first chapter, see how it goes. If we like the story, we might continue, but it has a lot of weird stipulations that we're working through right now.
All those steps.
Yep. Let me get my.
Is this the bestiary? That's just the regular rulebook.
So one cool thing I have is, if I can get it to work properly, is they actually come with a sound setting, but I can't see. Is it on PTT, PFTT, or Pathfinder something?
The director.
Where would I see that?
On the side over here. All right. It took 5 minutes, but I'm already leaving camera.
Can you get out? Do you need me to get
camera
out?
more?
I got it.
Or can you turn the TV more?
That's as far as it goes before falling off.
No.
That's fine.
Oh, I should move.
My leg.
Cool. This gives me time to prepare. So,
I know, I'm
question.
like, what do I not know yet?
So ability. I didn't see
Interesting.
anything. I didn't see anything under dagger that had any sort of ability modifier. I need your help.
Your dagger?
It's probably your dex. Classically, I would assume it's your dex. It probably says finesse.
Holy
That's
crap,
what it says.
Oh,
actually people in the
okay.
chat.
That makes sense.
Is it Sam?
Hi, Sam.
Is it
Uh,
CJ?
There's a little, there's Sam.
Yay. Hi, Sam.
Yeah, apparently there's a little bit of popping, but it's probably just the way the microphone's set up.
Probably the
It's probably the
goddamn
kazoo.
Should we set the mic like farther away? Would that help? Or
That maybe a little bit. I haven't seen it peak yet. But there's a cat in the way.
Kidding now.
Can we have a cat cam?
cat cam.
I think we need a cat cam.
Like a
Oversight.
tactic to the cat?
No.
Yeah, like if
on
they're like
the
on her
cat.
arm, so it always looks at her face.
Yes, it needs to be
She's
focused
got a real
on
cute
the
face.
cat. And a real cute belly. See how she like flexed it in.
Hey, Dusty. Did you hand me Dusty's iPad?
Yeah, sure got it.
I cheated.
There is a section about attacks,
Oh,
like attacks.
Show the
Yeah.
cat. Apparently
Yeah.
people want to see the
Show
cat.
the
I
cat.
mean,
Put that back.
there's only one person I know who would
Jesse.
say that
It's
immediately.
definitely Sam.
Yeah.
Definitely Sam.
9865.
Just leave it on the cat.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. You
Cat
didn't
cam.
hear anything.
I'm not seeing
Oh,
any
no.
sort of live feedback.
Oh, you're on the wrong camera.
It's a couple minutes off. But,
Oh, there it goes. It's moving.
cat
Cat cam.
Cat
It's like
game!
a belly cam.
Cam.
Airdrop. I don't know how to do airdrop, is it?
Right, cat. There you go. Cat cam.
I think it's like you're just gonna look at his paws.
Okay, there we go. Airdrop.
Kitty paws.
I'm not used to actually having people in a chat. It scares me. People are actually watching me, Mom.
Yeah, I know Joey said he was gonna hopefully stop in and watch us for a bit too.
Well, if all they hear are popping audio and kazoos, I think they're like, oh.
Stop. Gonna
One
murder
point to roll
people's
it.
ears.
Good thing I have 50 of them.
So, yep, getting into
Trying to
line.
airdrop this to you.
Yeah, that's fine. While we're doing that, I will read the overview. Don't worry, there's a lot of names and places that may not make sense to you. In 4718 AR, later this year, a rare planetary conjuration in contribution with the powers of ancient artifacts erected in the desert kingdom of Siren, thousands of years ago, will create a massive portal between Golarion and a hostile planet of Octarin at the far edge of the solar system. If the portal appears, it will allow the ravenous aliens of the Dominion of the Black to harvest brains from the people in the Inner Sea region on a devastating scale and provide an opportunity for a nascent entry of a greater power awakening from eons long gestation to feast upon the world of Golarion. Fortunately, hints of the imminent apocalypse have emerged from the sands of time over the past decade, affording a desperate chance to avert this doom. These hints and clues have become known as the Auction Enigma, and unless multiple groups of heroes rise to the challenge of opportunity to opposing this catastrophe, it could destroy one world forever while simultaneously creating another. Oh, I can pull up the chat now. People are bombarding.
Just one person.
Yeah.
Or is it is it just Alex?
It's probably
Is
Sam.
it Alex or is it
Oh,
Sam?
is Alex in
There's
there
someone
yet?
else.
I texted it or messaged it to Alex, so.
Someone named Ethan.
Oh,
Yep.
Ethan!
Ethan.
Ethan!
Ethan. Sorry.
The third person talking now.
Oh boy.
People are talking
Whole
about
3 people! We've done it.
We're so
We've
popular.
achieved internet fame.
Boom. We're
like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Smash that subscribe button.
I'm Logan Paul. I'm gonna go
Oh,
get a
God.
corpse.
No, please.
Oh dear.
So,
Oh no.
along with that, getting this set up.
Oh
Oh my.
my.
All right. So, we're gonna be starting out here. Oh, hi.
Nice doggy.
I'm not gonna go over that.
It is raining.
So this chapter of the Doomsday Dawn takes place in the year 4707 AR, 11 years prior to Galarion's present, or the start of Rise of the Rune Lords, in the Verisan city of Magnamir. Sounds familiar? And the other campaign, yeah. Just before the events of Pathfinder's first adventure book, Burning Offerings. The first installment of Rise of the Rune Lords Adventure Path. Knowledge of the ancient empire of the Thasian remains obscured and unknown to the world at large, in which Orisin's ruins only recently opened to exploration. The Octurum Enigma itself has not yet been rediscovered. Since this chapter takes place before the first Pathfinder adventure path, there is no implication to the world's base outcomes in previous campaigns that may have played out on your table. So don't worry, guys. We haven't destroyed the world yet.
Yay!
That's a shame.
It's okay. We'll have our opportunity.
Before his disappearance, Imus had increasingly involved his own son, Neko, in his work. Neko welcomed the distraction, having grown frustrated and annoyed with his job as a Chelish diplomat stationed in the city of Magnamir. Yet, a sudden and mysterious illness, a mind quake not unlike the ones that have affected Ranlock thousands of years before, left him bedridden for months, preventing him from joining the doomed expedition to the Vinestone Pyramid. When word of his father's disappearance reached him, Neko recovered from his mind quake and became a changed man. By day, he maintained the veneer and mild-mannered Chelish diplomat, but each night he grew increasingly obsessed with finishing his father's work, spending most of his inheritance gathering every scrap of lore he could track down on the topic of Osiren, its history, and the Dark Tapestry. Among his regular correspondence into the research where a mysterious scholar named Ateprix, these names.
Ateprix?
Aeteperax.
A-T-E-P-R-A-X?
Yeah.
Scribe.
Who was, in fact, a green dragon. Were a mysterious scholar. Oh, wait, no. And an even more mysterious group of Nicarians would eventually join. A loosely affiliated faction of cultists called the Night Heralds. They would join the Night Heralds. When Pharaoh Kemet III opened Osiren's tomb to foreign exploration in 4707 AR, Neko officially abandoned Magnamir. He sold most of his belongings to finance his plans, placed what research materials he couldn't bring with him in secure storage in Magnamir's Naos district, and left for Osirian to join the Knight Herald allies in search of the ancient magical items known as the Countdown Clocks. The Knight Heralds believed these artifacts were counting down to second Doomsday, and those who carried such clocks with them when the time ran out would ascend to masters of a new age. But when supposedly secure vaults when Neko stored some of his research is broken into by a tribe of goblins, the Knight Herald's plans are exposed. A new group of heroes and allies allied together to another secret society, the Esoteric Order of the Platonic Eye. Oh, Palatine Eye, not Platonic Eye.
Dyslexia.
Yeah. Have a chance to stop the Doomsday Dawn!
Palatine Eye, aka Platonic
I'll send it to you in an email.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I could try to download it on your iPad, but you have to like log into all that nonsense. Send it to
Hopefully the music's not too
Water
loud.
Elemental.
Yep.
Elemental Lab.
At
One,
Yahoo.
two. One, two.
33 at Yahoo.
Water Elemental 33. Yeah, yes.
We hear you loud and clear.
I got down like
So
3
trying to figure
names
out
in
this
total
stuff.
out of all of
Between
them.
water
So
elemental
dexterity, so
underscore.
strength, because that's what
My fingers
if
just
it's
not
for
finding
mass.
it.
Yeah.
So, with that, the game assumes that you guys all know each other,
Trying to think of the,
Okay.
the
but
bonuses that I get for
since
it.
that's not fun that you guys already know each other, you guys are all going to be receiving the same message coming from the Society of the Platonic Eye, and you're all going to be meeting inside of a tavern to meet up and kind of talk about the job to come and introduce yourselves. So we're going to start there and scene.
Brother! Are we there yet? Are we there, brother? Brother!
Trying to help the DM.
Scene.
And see.
Are we all like at the same place, or are we all just walking
Send
into
you
You
this?
kind of all walked in and
I
sit
guess
down
send
at
it
the
to you
same.
as
Is this
file, if you can
Cool.
anything, or is this just squares on a
You know what?
being real.
There, it's now a table. We're gonna
Ta-da.
turn this into, in
Cool.
fact, a table.
Then this is me.
Okay.
Where are you guys? Big place.
We'll
big
see if we
place.
can't get a good angle on this too.
Brother!
I'll be like,
It's just gonna turn into Metal Gear. Lo. Yeah. So
oh, perfect.
Oh, we're not in. But brother.
You gotta be at the
Oh,
table.
brother!
you gotta be at my amazingly drawn table.
Yeah.
I can,
You sure it's not a fireplace?
you know what a fireplace looks like? It looks like a chair.
Looks like a chair.
Chairs look like tables. Tiny tables.
So I guess you're wondering why I was watching it.
Are we back in scene now?
Yep.
Brother! We're there, brother! Hey, brother! Brother!
Who invited the goblins? Fuck.
Hey,
What's your problem?
what's your fucking mouth, man? What you got? You got a problem with me and my brother here? What's going on here?
Clearly we're here for a reason, so we should.
Yeah, we got the same note, I guess.
We're at the same
Is that
table,
what
aren't we?
just now?
Yeah, at the same table. Why would you have the same? I don't understand what's going on here, but I don't trust you guys. So maybe keep to yourself until we meet whoever's trying to meet us here. Come on, Train. Let's go get some drinks away from these losers.
Where
You already got mine.
Brother, it kind of smells.
No, that's
The
just
kind of smell.
I
It's
think
very smelly.
I think
that's just Longshanks. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Dang, he's got the lingo and everything.
I know. Like who's launching?
The only word I know. It's the only goblin
Tall.
lingo I know.
It's supposed to be tall people, but I don't think any of us
I was gonna say,
are
we're all
tall.
short.
Oh, shit, you're
Everybody
right.
that's not a goblin that's slightly dire is a long shank, I guess.
You look like a shorter long shank.
Medium-sized long shank, you know.
Medium shank.
Medium long, medium shank. Small shanks.
Small
Small
shanks.
shanks.
Yeah.
I can't see. I can see well, so it's okay.
Can't see that.
So the letter we got was just basically like, hey, come to this location at this time for something.
Yeah. Do we have like that? Do we
So you
that?
have like word that there's going to be a job. You get to go to the desert. Great rewards and great discoveries, and it's all are welcome, including those of the smaller variety.
All right.
I meant goblins, but I forget that everybody is.
It's nice that they included us, I guess.
You're gonna have to be more specific with your insults.
Not insults, descriptions.
I'm of the stockier variety.
So he's more beefy.
Beefy.
Yeah, beefy dwarf.
I'm just like, you take all that and just kind of like, it's like,
It's the same
It's
mass.
like
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
mass as a human.
Yeah.
He just squished it.
yeah, exactly.
You're a
So you're fat.
you're a squish shank. You're a
I'm dense.
Squat shank.
squat shank.
Yeah.
Squat shank.
Squat shank.
Squat shank.
Dense shank. Dense on many different levels.
Great
So.
rewards out in the desert.
Are we waiting on something, or are we just
So-
discussing?
As you guys are having
getting friendly.
You guys are having your talk, and a large man, well, medium-sized person walks up. He's wearing some nice velvet robes. He's kind of got his hood up, very, very rich and pauper compared to all of you inside of a dusty old inn. And he sits down. He's like, "Looks like you have accepted our invitation of exploration and adventure. Is that my understanding?"
We're at the stable, aren't we?
You gonna pay us?
I can't speak for anyone else,
I think he has a
but
shinies.
Yeah, he's gonna pay us. You got the money, right?
Shinies?
He reaches back,
I ain't doing this for free. We ain't doing this for free. Sorry.
puts
sorry,
down a
Trent.
massive bag of
Holy
gold,
crap!
and he kind of spreads it out, and he's just like,
Oh, there's
Is
a
that
shiny.
is that your liking, little ones?
Yeah, Trim. we do.
Wait, no, this is.
I'm sorry,
This is
Trim.
just for me, not for the rest of
This is when the exploration of the tombs finish.
We
amongst all of us, or
Yes,
quiet dwarf.
but if
Quiet,
they
dwarf.
do not return, you only have to split it 3 ways. I kid.
Listen. Ignore the dwarf. We know the deal. We're not gonna get paid until we come back and the job is done. We're cool. But maybe like a small percentage up front. Maybe like 10%,
Absolutely.
something.
absolutely.
If not, we're cool. We can get the job done. I just maybe wondering if there's a little bit of incentive for us.
We could get the tools that we need to do the mission.
What, you ain't come prepared for the mission? What's
I could
wrong
use
with
more
you?
tools.
What's wrong
for-
with you, dwarf?
With that amount of money, it must be an epic quest. Like,
He looks at you, reaches back.
ooh.
You'll get the rest when the job is done. As no, my money.
Nice.
Everybody who grabbed a dice gets 1 gold.
Yay!
First negotiation.
Wait, I got one. Aha!
worst deal.
It's not bad if he rolls a 4. He's just. I mean, you don't. Yeah, he rolled like a 4, and he's just like.
Adequate negotiation.
This goblin has a point. I probably should pay him more. Doesn't matter what he said. It's just. You're gonna be like bloop bloop
One
bloop.
smart
Well, I
goblin.
can always. No, I'm good.
No.
I didn't pay attention to my finances. I don't know how much money I actually have. So in theory, I only have 1 piece of gold.
Which is 100 silver pieces, which is all, like
That so the whole
2/3
fact
what
of
you started
that's-
out with. It's some good coin.
Fair enough.
is good money in Sophie Basha.
So wait, I have some questions.
Yes.
First, what is your name? And second, what is the payment?
Yes.
Did you not see the giant bag of gold?
I'm
in
not-
the
I
tiny
ain't no
bag?
bean counter. I can't count things in a bag I can't see the insides of. What are we talking about here?
It's
Like
expensive.
numbers.
How many shinies?
How many shinies? Good job.
14 pieces each.
Oh,
If
Gold pieces?
yes,
nice,
Not a lot of
that's
shinies.
nice.
if you can return from the tomb and collect the information we need.
All right.
Just
all right.
information?
Well, you see, you're not the first troop we sent down there.
Oh.
That bag is incremental. For every party we send down and doesn't come back, we add more money to entice the next group and the next group. in the next group.
Do they have to die for that amount to go up, or can we be like, hey, we came back, we didn't solve it, let's go back again?
Well, you see,
What if we put like an actual effort into it, but we fail, but we don't die? Is the price gonna go up?
some live, some die, some return, some come back cursed and are unable to live life like normal people.
Alright.
I'm not pushing for that.
Making those dank brews.
But
It's
you
gonna
must
be a
come
business
back,
goblin.
and you must complete the task as required. Nothing more, nothing less, nothing less.
Well, if it's me, you gotta worry about nothing more, cause like, I go the extra mile, I'm just saying. I ain't gonna cheapskate you for that coin.
We'll see, we'll see.
Wink.
Just-
Actually, I say wink, yes.
Hold on,
You should have said that out of character.
No. He very purposely said it. He
Very much
purposely
in
said
character,
it.
vocalized it. Everybody knows.
13. Yeah, he just kind of... Did you just say wink?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, like, if I can cut costs and cut corners, then I'm gonna, but I mean, the job's gonna get done, so hey. You ain't got nothing to worry about, you're gonna get your information, we're solid, we're good. Me and Trin here, we run tons of jobs, and they're the right Trin. That means yes.
You're not gonna hire him, someone else will.
Fair enough. Alright.
I just said you're hired.
Somebody from the other table is just like, whoa, this goblin, he knows what's up.
I say, if you're not going to take the money, I will hire you to...
30 gold pieces each!
Up front.
Hope you like wearing leather and harnesses. I'd like them short, and you're just like, alright, back to the thing. So with that, he's like, if you're prepared, we will now take you in proper style to the desert in carriage, if that is alright.
Wait, what are the qualifications of completing the task?
Yeah, a little more information might be nice.
Excellent question.
He opens
Pull
up his
around in the
notebook.
middle of the desert. I don't need water later. I don't know how
That sounds
sustainable
like
this.
an intense
I don't know how
Yeah, we
sustainable
should have
this
just like a
voice is.
jug of water and glasses
Sure,
here.
yeah.
And like face massage from all this smiling and laughing.
I know, I can't do that.
Sorry, I'm so goddamn funny.
You're nailing it. That accent, I hope you practice for multiple days because
Just we need exploration.
fair enough.
And like a blatant lie, reading his notes and just kind of going, exploration.
That's it? What?
With a 2 of,
Persuasion.
yeah, whatever the new persuasion stat is.
Yeah.
You all are just like,
We don't have to bring anything back, or
Diplomacy?
what do
Oh
we?
God, I don't know the new
We
stats.
just like gotta
New
report
skills.
what we find.
okay.
Yeah, like, what is that? How do we fulfill something when it's
So we
still
just
vague?
go there and we come back and we're
Alright, draw
done.
you a map, I'll draw you a goddamn map. What do you want?
Don't die.
It will be fine. We have people there, part of the order, that will help you out. They're going to
The order.
get you inside.
The order.
I don't think.
Platonic guy.
Hey, it's me, Platonic guy. I got the power to be Platonic friends, you know?
I'm glad you took the notes because all I got is Osiren and Dark Tapestry.
I didn't get those, so.
Don't worry. Next time we play, you will have some understanding of what's going on. So what they do is they're like, come this way, and they point at the carriage, and they're like, when you're ready to begin, we will begin.
Why?
Do you have like a step stool to get into this thing? Like,
Yeah.
And then you see the cab driver. He runs out. He gets like a little little kind of car thing, and he puts it on top of the carriage
How
thing.
tall are we talking here?
Huh?
How tall is the thing that he's put down?
It's like kind of higher than like like when you're getting onto a bus, kind of that
Okay.
length of step.
Okay. Would you say it's the same height as if somebody was like on all fours with their back in the air?
what?
If somebody was like,
Oh, like a slave came
Sure.
over and just like.
Yes.
how fancy is this guy dressed?
He's in, you know, nicer clothes than someone that's like a pauper.
Okay.
What are you gonna
Just
do?
curious. Just curious. Alright, Trent, let's go.
Brother,
What's wrong, Trent? I know you don't like carrots, but we got a job to do.
these people seem
Shinies.
they have a lot of shinies.
Yeah, we're gonna get more shinies when the job's done. Trent, you know how this works. We gotta do the work first before we get the shinies, before we get the food.
Okay, for
Yeah, we'll get you a big old bun. Don't worry about it.
Cumberbund.
I could go for a brew.
A cumberbund? What?
Cumberbund? I don't know I want a cumberbund.
Well, they're arguing. I'm just gonna climb my
I'm
way
already
into the carriage.
well into it. You go. Dang. Yeah.
Cumberbund.
Mantle that first little
We'll
step.
get you whatever you want, Trent. Don't worry about it. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, so
I enter the carriage as well.
so the man in the robe, he sits down and he starts looking at you, and he's just like, all right, kind of.
Wait, what was his name? Did we ask it
Yeah,
already?
I asked you, you never gave it to us.
Oh. So, buddy, what's your name?
Whatever.
You don't have any coconuts for this part? That is.
Splotch, splotch, splotch.
It's muddy outside.
So
It's pretty good.
we,
Even better.
you guys continue on for about 5 or 6 minutes, and then the horse carriage just stops.
Do we get his name in the meantime?
No. You know what? Roll equivalent of persuasion.
The equivalent of persuasion.
Oh, that's not super good. What is the equivalent of persuasion?
Diplomacy?
I guess.
Diplomacy. That's
God,
a.
I should have brushed up on these skills before doing this.
That's an 11.
Oh no, I'm no good at that.
Oh no.
I can't convince shit.
The order calls me Olgo.
Olgo.
I just hear it. The hat just has you like down. So he's like, anyways, we're here at our destination.
Oh, alrighty.
I didn't.
How long was that
I
carriage?
didn't realize we were so close
5 or
to
6
the
minutes.
desert.
That was very. How close is this town to the desert?
Very far away.
Wait.
Super carriage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention, this is a ruse. He lifts up the carpet underneath on the floor of the carriage, and he lifts it up as it leads into the Magnamere sewers.
Nice. I take out my short sword and I stab him. This ain't the job we signed up for, motherfucker.
Roll. Hits. Doesn't matter. It's over 10.
Okay, cool. Well, I stab him on like the arm. I'm not looking to kill him outright.
Give him a little.
Yeah, I'm
Little
looking to be
scary
like, what the
poke.
hell's up with this?
He is a god.
My God, I don't even know how to roll damage right now. I just had damage a second ago. Where was that?
What
It should
weapon
be
do
on
you
your
even
weapon.
have?
Short sword.
Schwartzwood, you need me look it up.
Short sword.
Schwartzwood.
Short sword.
Oh, there's sticky notes if you guys ever want to do any like secret rolls and stuff.
Short sword. I guess that's
Oh,
what
no.
I'm gonna do
Yes.
1d6 real quick.
I saw my brother do his thing, so I'm gonna be like, bah!
Hold on, Trent. Hold on, Trent. We gotta get some answers out of this guy. Hey, you.
You stabs me.
What's going on here?
We have enemies from another nether realm.
You could have told us that on the trip over here.
We were in a public place.
We were in a carriage
We're
for
in
10
a carriage
minutes.
for 10 minutes. You could have told us something before just being like, oh, come on, we're going somewhere else secret. And then open up the sewers. I know what's down there in the sewers. I ain't going down there unless I know what I'm walking into.
What's in the sewers?
Bad shit. And regular shit. But bad shit.
We have the sewers under control. They're probably the safest part of your journey.
Okay, so wait, are we doing the sewers and then the desert?
Is the desert happening at all?
Yes. Yes.
That seems like a long way to the desert.
Oh, I'm lightheaded. Okay. We got it.
There's only 3 damage. Come on.
I'm an NPC, dolt. Double check here. Yada yada yada. Yada, yada. All right. So yep, you're gonna work your way through the sewers first here. Just go in. You will be fine.
That's very reassuring.
How many people died at the sewer part of this mission?
They'll take you to where you need to go. There's another carriage outside of the city to take you where we need you to go.
I really think you should have just handed us like a note or something. Like, there's other
You
ways.
just agreed to it and I didn't have to convince you. I figured you guys would just roll with anything. God damn! You're all short of wit and height.
Rude.
Hey.
You such your all set yourself up.
I think you killed him.
Is he actually unconscious?
Yes.
I take his gold and I hop down into the sewer.
Hand me sticky notes. God, I hate.
I've never played a rogue before and I'm going all out.
A goblin rogue at that.
Down on the shelf over there are some pens, if you could.
Pens? There's pencils right here.
Ow! I'm like a dinosaur. There's no movement, so I don't have any vision on me.
It's okay, it's right behind your iPad.
Oh, my iPad died.
I know.
It's your blind spot.
Oh, what up?
Oh, Jesse.
Temporary cat cam. Here we go.
Cat.
Oh, look at you, Jada. You're so pretty.
Yes.
Cat.
Just like somersaulted like 5 minutes ago.
She's been like rolling around right at the base of this
I
table
don't
for a
even know
little
how to write
while.
down my.
And
my
another
profile
wild
text.
cat.
What did you
So I put
Oh.
so this is your ability, which is
back to this one.
Oh, okay.
generally,
Key,
and
or
then
your
your
key
proficiency, which is for the weapon, and then
Your total
yeah. So I
roll.
just put the total next to the guy.
D and then your
Proficiency
modifier.
is.
It's
Oh, wait, what
your
are we doing?
weapon proficiency is up here.
Okay, so like because it's
It's a scantron.
proficiency total, which
Your loot.
So how does that affect your overall
No,
like,
no.
D4 roll?
my dude.
Or is this? this is the
That's-
modifier for
that's
your
to
D20.
attack. Yeah, that's to attack, and then this
Got
is
you.
the
Yeah.
damage.
Got you.
Oh,
That's all he had on him.
What? He's a
So I'd
popper.
be 2 bonus to whatever.
No,
attack
because this
roll
is
I
the guy
need,
who gave
and
us the
then-
job.
Yes.
He had
actually,
the big old bag of
Where-
money.
Where'd the big bag of money
Where'd the big bag of money go?
He didn't bring it into the.
You didn't
carriage?
ask.
He didn't bring the big bag of money with him.
Oh, golly.
I put the shit back on him. I don't even bother with it.
What was it?
Silver ring, 2 copper, and a toe ring. I thought he had the money. on him.
The rings. They're shiny.
I'm not letting you get away with that shit.
I give him. I give Trin the shit. I'm just like, what is this shit? And Trin's just like, And I just.
Did you just roleplay for him?
Well, I mean, he already was like, he was already
shiny.
saying shiny. I just give Trin.
I
the
mean,
shit
he already
because
does
I'm
everything else for him.
And then Wayne was like, "What?" And Eileen was like, "I'm here."
Yeah.
And then Grizz thought that was so cool.
So is the toe ring a full ring?
I don't know. That's all it says.
It's a toe ring. It's like for.
So it's probably like a
Some
regular.
aren't
size.
like fully rings. They have like openings sometimes.
Yeah, but some hand rings have openings too.
I know. I kind of want to know if there's an opening basically on any of these
Is
rings.
it like an adjustable toe ring? You mean?
You recycle, Dusty?
No, you're just going to toss it.
Recycle.
They make it very hard to recycle here.
Sadness.
That's
Same in my
I
apartment.
want to know
Complex is
if I can
annoying.
make it into a nose ring.
Do you have crafting?
No.
Do you have a lot of
I have
strength?
crafting.
Do you have to craft a ring?
I have crafting. Oh, craft a ring?
No, we're not sponsored by any beer.
Oh, we're not. Oh, I thought we got sponsors. That didn't go through.
How successful do you think my YouTube channel is?
We have like 4 viewers. 3.
Yeah, I
All
put
rings
like
have
the die
openings?
roll.
Hmm?
That is fair.
Don't all rings have openings?
That is
true.
very
I talk about the
fair.
opening where you put your finger
Right,
in
the
through.
hole.
Is that considered an
the-
opening?
Put things into.
Is that? Is
I'm
that
watching the
considered a ring?
playback without audio, and I'm just like, what's the context? It's just people going, hmm?
Like a ring like this.
Anywho. So, do you guys travel into the sewers?
I guess so. I don't.
We want that money.
I'm gonna just make sure this guy is alive. Is he still alive?
Fuck that guy.
He's
I jumped
breathing,
down.
Okay.
But he, yeah.
I jumped.
As long as he's
Wait, is there
alive.
like a ladder or something, or is it just like a jump?
Have you checked to see if there's a ladder?
I look down.
I just jumped.
15 or well.
There's a
I
ladder.
saw a brother jump. I saw a brother jump. So I jumped too.
Here you jump.
Acrobatics.
All right. I take many steps down.
Athletics, I mean.
What?
So as you're
Athletics
crawling-
for a ladder?
No, for me.
Oh.
No, it'd be acrobatics, right? Because
Yeah.
it's-
So as you are climbing down, Wayne, 3 steps down, all of a sudden you just hear splash.
Brother.
Damn it, Trin! I'll be right down. Actually, no, I jumped down first. What am I talking about? I landed flawlessly.
Dude, like Batman into that. I'm getting rid of this hat. It's too hot. Whoosh. You won't know who's the DM now, but it's okay.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, give him a little hair floofing. Somebody bring the makeup. It's a little sweaty in here.
All right, so you guys go into the tunnel, and you kind of notice that the tunnel it's lit enough to lead your way through the Magnamir Tunnel sewer system, and it's actually quite pleasant. Only this hint is smell of feces, but enough that it gives you the pep you need to get the hell out. So at the end of the tunnel, there is another man in a robe.
Actually, I was gonna, since we're doing this whole sewer thing, like, I figured I'd ask you guys your names.
Oh, I'm Grizz. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
What's
you.
your name?
And Pfeiffer.
Fifa?
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer.
I'm Muncho. Don't touch me, dwarf.
Brother.
This is Trin. Trin. Yeah, this is Trin. Trinny. Transylvania. Trinidad. I got lots of nicknames for him. But Trin. Trin for short.
What?
I don't have that many names.
Don't worry about it, Trin. Don't worry about it.
Your character reminds me of the dwarf from what is it? Dragon Age that just goes enchantment, but instead of enchantment,
Enchantment!
but instead it's just brother.
What a pleasure.
Oh god, I used to know that guy's name.
We just looked it up the other day too.
Sandal?
Sandal.
Yes!
Sandal.
I think that might be one of the subscribe notifications now. Just enchantment.
Enchantment!
Enchant.
So I'm gonna read what it says here about the ossuary. The adventure begins just outside the entrance to the Ashen ossuary, lair of the Dracus and Taker, or Dracus the Taker and the oppressed Mud Chewer tribe. The players traveled here through the Magnamir sewers, and now they have found the entrance to the ossuary. They can return to the surface at any time they want. It's a 10-minute trip to make it back to the surface from the exit area. So yeah, you pop out and you're led not to the desert like you thought you were, but you're led to this kind of like tribal area.
So
Rival.
nice.
Is
We
this
can't-
a desert?
Can't stab anybody now.
More people just lying to us. I might have to stab
Wait, no.
somebody else.
Didn't we meet somebody? Somebody met us?
Yeah, it was a hooded
If
figure,
you
right?
stab me, I will murder you.
Now y'all.
Are we there
Yeah,
yet?
no, this.
Not yet, not yet.
Alright.
So it's my job to tell you that everything we
Oh,
told you.
yeah!
Are we there yet?
My name is Oso.
Also, not also? Also?
Yes, that was my brother.
Oh yeah, I stabbed him. You might want to get some medical attention to him in a little bit.
He's alive-ish. Don't worry.
He's alive,
Yeah.
but I don't like being lied to.
That's a fresh
As
wound.
mid-sentence, the dude backhands you.
yeah,
19 non-lethal
Yeah.
coming at you.
Oh, okay, I think it said 19 damage. Jesus.
Okay,
Jeez.
is that an AC check?
Take 2 points of damage. You do not talk to my brother like that.
Son of a bitch. Okay. I just well, I did talk to him, and he's kind of bleeding up there, but.
Anyways, we had to lie to you inside of the tavern. A, for plot convenience, and B, because I misread where you guys started.
Also,
Oh.
maybe you shouldn't lie to us again. Just saying.
I quickly slap him too.
No, Trent, no.
No, it's a fun game, brother.
No, Trent, no.
Stop doing talk.
Son of a bitch.
This is a failure. What have I done? What have you created?
Someone says this shit is intense.
I'm not camping yet.
Welcome to Soap Opera Pathfinder.
20.
It's like we're just getting the intro of people getting
Critical
stabbed.
Natural?
Critical slap.
Critical
slap.
The 20 is from decision.
What decision is that?
That's what this
Well,
campaign
well,
is
I was
called.
gonna
Critical
slap him or
slap.
not.
All right, you're gonna be
Critical
slapping
roll.
them.
Critical slap.
Oh wait, so it wasn't a critical on the roll on the slapping roll.
No, the nat 20 was for decision to slap him. But
Okay,
the
so
20
it's
was
not
the
a critical
actual
slap.
So
roll.
you were
I
like-
thought it was a critical slap.
It might be. What's his AC?
It was a decisive
Ten,
slap.
He's not
It's,
armor.
it's double his AC.
Well, that
Or
was your
it's 10
decision
over.
to slap.
Because it's 10 over his AC, right? So it's a critical slap.
Well, you said you just decided to slap
No,
him. not-
I decided to slap him and I slapped him with a 20.
Okay, so you actually slapped him with
Yeah.
a 20.
Wait,
Okay,
both
yes.
are 20s. What?
Both are 20s.
One was a natural. But
Oh, okay. I was like,
Okay,
Damn,
so
this
even
guy-
if it's
We
not a
still just
natural
do
tie.
rolls
how
and
can
slaps.
how can you slap?
Well, because, ooh, so even though it's not,
Nani?
is that a
What
two-handed?
was that?
Is that a two-handed? So it's like
two-handed
a
slap.
critical slap is a two-handed slap. You just come at it with.
Clap his
was
ears.
that an Attack on Titan thing? As he moves, it's this screen just like turns this kind of like anime face. It's like
What?
That's why I went Nani, because I was just like, how was I supposed to address that?
I missed it.
No, yeah, it was
I think I saw it. It was-
Don't worry,
Nani?
I'm recording this.
I gotta find.
Oh man.
I gotta find where this is.
I think it opened up someone else's stream when I bumped the. Oh man, it's so good.
Your iPad was so startled.
It was just like,
Dusty, why?
it's like the iPad is like, what the fuck?
Why, Master?
What?
Everybody in the chat, +1 if you think this is great, +1 if it's not good. Wait, no.
Like and
Shit.
subscribe.
Right. Yeah,
Let us know.
That subscribe button.
if you don't like it, like and
Get water.
subscribe and let us know why.
I need water.
There's also tea in there if you'd like some.
I would like to.
Cups. Just don't pick the work related.
Just water's all around. Water's all around.
You want water?
Ooh, yes, please.
Water's all around.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
Full cups then.
this is such a shit show.
I'm
I've never
sorry.
done this before.
I'm sorry.
We're all learning today.
I've also never played a rogue, and I really wanted to get into it.
Yes. I was like, Alchemist is like, this is gonna be awesome. Holy shit, what have I gotten myself into again?
I know, yeah, you picked another weird.
Why do you keep picking weird, complex classes, Wayne?
Because it's fun.
Just be a fighter and be okay with it.
Do what I do. Just be this hacky slashy.
I feel like I won't learn anything.
Thank you, Ronald.
You won't know the basics if you're doing advanced crazy shit though.
I do know the basics.
No one knows the basics. We're learning a new system.
That's fair. But hey, if I do this, then you guys learn it as well.
Anybody saying anything in the chat?
They're just.
They all left. They're done with us.
They're like, cool.
CJ watched for like 10 minutes and she's like, alright, I get it.
Now I see. Oh, valid.
Speaking of I mean, like, camo there, he's got so much.
Thanks.
Like, literally the word things.
Yeah, things and stuff.
Wow.
And stuff.
Did they like and subscribe?
Birds and cats.
Kazoo's over there.
Oh, where's my. Oh, here's my kazoo. Alright, continue.
How dare you question my limited commitment to this stream?
Wait, was that CJ or Alex?
Or a mystery
Where-
person.
Big on booze, one is.
I think that's
Who said
Ethan.
Ah.
I don't know if
His
CJ has
limited
a Twitch
attention
account.
span.
If CJ's like watching on some. I don't even know. She don't have a Twitch name.
60 feet.
She ain't
So-
got a Twitch name.
After getting slapped around, I'm just gonna plot convenience us. He pretty much explains to you that you're actually looking inside of. Let's see.
Sphincter.
My butt.
Let's not.
It's a very tiny butt.
Tiny butt.
So.
Does your character actually have like a
Yeah.
kazoo? It's a kazoo.
It's made out of like a rat or something.
And
It's made out of a rat.
It's like
Which,
a
Hey,
rat.
I feel like
it's
the
a-
weed makes more
which
sense.
end are you blowing into?
which
The
end do you
butt.
think it is?
The butt.
So the sound comes out of the mouth, like.
The rat's like.
Because I forgot my ocarina at home. Oh, I'm gonna play some kazoos.
So, pretty
That
much he
sounds like a
explains
melodica.
that this is actually an old vault. Inside is some pretty good treasure. And they're pretty much hiring explorers to look inside and peek for themselves. The reason why there was so much mystery outside of plot convenience, because I'm bad at reading ahead of and mixing things up, is because they want to make sure that no other group is exploring this area due to the fact that there is a lot of dangerous stuff, and they're keeping this away from civilians and treasure hunters and stuff. And they figured sending in a group of mercenaries like you guys, individual or as a team, would be more sufficient. The whole ruse up top was to make sure people are going out of their way and following into the desert where less people would attract attention.
So we just have to like scope it out and like see that there's treasure there?
Yeah, just go through, scout it out, clear out any obstructions. There may be some hostile goblin factions, but that shouldn't be a problem since you guys are goblins. Don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, so the plan is you guys are going to be going through and let's get these off there.
Sorry.
No, you're all good.
Are we allowed to any
Table
of the treasure
etiquette.
in the vault?
I think it's we'll bring it back out. We'll look at it, and depending on depending on what you find, we can appraise it. If it's something that's related to what we're looking for, you can have. If it's something that has no value to our purposes, then yeah. So.
Cool.
Nice.
So the first place you enter, you get into the heart of the caves. It's pretty dark. Anybody with night vision can see using night vision. Anybody that doesn't have,
Wait, do we all have night vision? Because we're all tiny people?
Oh,
Girls.
all right.
Oh, it's dark in here. Couldn't even tell. Besides the lack of color.
Yeah.
So the damp sewer passage has led into a slimy cistern that stinks of decay. On the northern edge of this circular chamber lies a pile of burnt bones in front of a scorched tunnel. And then you guys are starting from the entranceway, and the tunnel is leading up here. What do you do?
How much I got them bones?
I'll play this song with my peoples.
Damn bones,
Which
damn
is-
bones.
Scout the brave.
It's them bones. Yeah, I'm gonna check out them bones. Woo, that's a 6. Nope.
They are of a bone variety.
I'm gonna pick one up and start gnawing on it.
You now have a bone in your inventory.
Cool. I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna gnaw on it and then throw it back. I'm gonna be like, any good? That's nasty.
That's
So it's just the bones and then the hallway?
Yep.
I ate the bones.
Were they good?
And they're old. They're burnt. But not like in a good way. Not like cooked. Just like burnt too long.
Yeah, it's too much.
Too much. Too much. Not enough spice. Gotta get that spice. Oh, that spice.
So good.
Well, I want to go check out this hallway.
Yeah, I mean, we might
Put
as
my
well.
head toward it.
I mean, it's the only way we
There's,
can go,
yeah,
yeah.
there's only one way, right?
Yeah, we already signed up for this mission. I couldn't find that goddamn bag of gold, so you might as well do the
Now,
mission.
where did
then.
he put that?
I don't know. I checked him. I didn't check his butt.
Fuck. It's
I
probably
didn't.
in his butt.
Probably in his butt. You gotta check his butt
It was
next
in his
time.
butt.
What are they saying?
You're
It was
likely
in
to
the
be eaten by a crew. Is that a bone in your inventory or?
I love that picked up. He said, if someone in chat just said, "Is that a bone in your inventory?"
Or
you-"
dot,
Yeah.
and we got it. Thank you.
Happy to see you, Ethan. And then spill all the drinks.
Spill all the drinks?
Oh god.
I already spilled my delicious woot stout. Where's my...
That one's
We're
mine.
not
There you
sponsored.
go.
Yeah, but I'm not holding it out. I'm not going like.
You should though, because it's delicious.
Right.
Mm.
Someday.
Will Wheaton notice me?
Will we notice?
Senpai!
Bye.
Shut up, Wesley. And give me your love.
Somebody will never notice you.
So, getting back to the gameplay, you're walking through the tunnel, and then you just kind of feel gross skunk, kind of moss, slime.
Ew.
Oh.
Starts wiggling like jello.
Ah, balls.
Ah, why does it feel like Auntie Jane?
There's a a jiggly thing.
That's a
it's
Jane?
moving.
Yeah.
Well, she was dead. Oh God, are we stepping on dead things?
Oh, it moves though.
Oh God. Oh God.
Let me switch views for the stream really quick. It's so good.
Are you turning on the cat cam?
Kitty cat. Kitty cat's just sitting next to
We have
his
another
legs.
cam? Are there extra cams?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I see.
I will
So-
put the kitty.
I think we can actually, if we can move that up a bit, so we have a little bit more. Yeah.
Look at this action camera situation going on there. It's got like first person view.
Let me see if I have the music for this area as well.
Wow. So much content.
If only I could see my screen.
Are you giving it foot pads?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, double foot pads. Oh my
Double
god.
foot
How
pads.
come we don't
Just
have?
sit in there.
Hold on. Hold on.
What is this? Tarantino movie?
Just gotta.
I get that reference.
I don't know if I could see this, but hopefully you guys can see this. This is
Wow.
slightly adorable and slightly gross.
I want my feet on the internet.
Is this the battle music right here, babe? What's that?
Super Ooze Battle.
I hope that came out.
Oh.
Come back to
You
us.
label out product placement and then get those sponsors.
Get that dank sponsorship.
It's gonna start playing.
From
That's gonna
Tarantino.
take over everything.
Hello,
Just show your
music.
feet on stream and we're good.
Right, just like boom, 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 boom. Donations, donate. Do you have your donation link up there? Like,
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Gotta take my block.
What?
Gotta take away those logos.
So many
Gotta take away those logos.
Oh, I see.
yeah.
It's like,
All
I
right.
don't know any what you're saying.
yeah, this
So-
is just a bottle of toes.
Everybody, it is time for our first initiative rules. Oh.
Or do we're doing like
Wait,
the.
where's initiative on this page?
Oh shit, I don't know.
I'm just gonna assume it's plus my dice.
I'm just gonna assume it's plus my dex as well.
That might
I'm
be
not
the
gonna
initiative
assume
for
that.
Pretty fucking high.
now. Until the first rule of combat.
Alright,
Good start.
not great.
First
Are we doing
first
like
rule of
a?
combat.
Do you want a number thing?
Are we doing the thing that we normally do?
I'll keep track this time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we're just doing plus dex?
Yes.
I'll make it easy for now.
I'm 5.
I know Pathfinder has a lot of modifiers though, but we're also
It's
level
not, it's not
1.
on this page, right? I'm not blind.
Nope.
No, it should be.
Just,
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe initiative is different than this. I don't know.
Oh, there's totally all these things up here I didn't even know existed.
Oh,
What?
really?
Well, keep filling out Scantron things.
Oh yeah, those are the
Yeah.
your
You're. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
I don't see
Is this
initiative on
assuming
this
or
sheet.
no?
I remember.
You're so smart.
I guess it's your dex. Oh, remember, everybody has a hero point this session as well.
I don't know what that means.
What does
Yeah, I
that
don't know what
mean?
We'll have someone look it up.
What is
One
it?
hero
Uh,
point.
So everybody knows who is watching that has not played any sort of role-playing game like Pathfinder or 5th edition. We are currently in combat mode. In combat mode, everybody takes turns or initiatives. Each turn is essentially 6 seconds in real time, but it takes a lot longer because we have to read and do all that stuff. And what we're going to be doing now is I'm going to be calling out initiative numbers. That's going to be their order in this round. So for this whole entire fight, there will be a static order of initiative. It can change using abilities, or like if someone wants to hold position and change a little bit more complex stuff, but we'll call it out as it is. But we'll go around the Tainal.
Tainals. Yeah, the Tainals.
We're in the Tainals, guys.
Just about right, Tainals. 12.
All right, 12.
I don't know if we actually add.
Ooh, apparently
dex.
perception is your initiative roll.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. Typically, you will roll a perception check to determine your initiative. The more aware you are of your surroundings, the more quickly you can respond.
Huh?
Sometimes the GM might call on you to make some other type of check for initiative check. For example, if you were sneaking during exploration, you'd roll a stealth check instead.
What? Okay.
So initiative.
I'm
is-
digging
Rolling
it.
Okay,
perception.
11.
Yeah.
Can you close the window when you get a chance?
Okay.
That's a door.
So I don't get my dex bonus on my initiative rolls. Cool.
Lightworker
Isn't your
presents
perception
a
higher than your
Lightworker
dex?
Production
No,
of
my dex is-
Lightworker, Spastic Gaming, and then Foot Streams are my fave.
I'm
Hell yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
choose
so I
in
guess
my
if
face.
it's the if it's just a initiative roll as a perception check roll, kind of, then
Well,
okay.
Yeah, it's basically
So yeah, perception.
So,
So I'm
11.
8.
All right.
and I
Can you?
wasn't sneaking.
Can you move that? a
I
little
might have to
bit?
just basically be like always sneaking then,
towards you, I think.
if I think we're gonna be in combat because
Yeah. Yeah, get back up to
because
me.
if you're
Papa,
sneaking
where'd you go?
exactly.
Father, where are you?
Father.
Yeah, I think we're
Uh,
pull back.
ah,
Just a little bit.
Pull back.
what was the?
Back
You're
yourself.
using a Tums container
Also,
as a
like-
camera stand, so it's a little.
Not Tums,
Good,
just
good.
a stomach pill
Right.
container.
And
Yeah.
acid.
And acid
Yes.
medicine.
All
You're
right.
not aligned with the grid, Eileen.
I know I'm trying, but I can't. I'm disoriented. Help.
So,
Towards you,
what is
towards you.
everybody's perception at right now?
Oh, I'm on.
So what was
No,
that
too
roll
much.
with your perception instead, Wayne?
8.
8. Honey?
You fucked it up, Eileen.
11.
It's like
What?
this.
Oh
No.
my god, just leave it alone. It's fine. It's
Make
fine.
everyone
20.
sick.
Boom. Everybody's like,
Alright.
It's fine.
Wait, 20?
Everything's
Yeah.
going okay, guys.
Roll an 18. Yo.
I think someone meant to say LOL, but it says LEL.
Well.
Loud.
And then brother with some weird face.
Laugh. No, laugh.
Anyways, Cameron, you are
Laugh extremely loud.
Cameron, you are first. Cameron, you are this one, right? Or
No,
you-
I'm
So-
going to the back. I'm blue.
Don't forget, I'm yellow.
Wait, who's
Huh?
blue?
I'm yellow.
I'm blue back here.
Oh,
I
But
feel like
what are
that's-
they
No,
talking
no,
about?
I don't know what that is. I'm
that's
blue
the,
base.
Yeah,
the
I'm
closest thing I have
first.
to a slime right now, which is a gummy. What
I
is
gave
it?
you those.
Yeah. Oh, who's
Star
that?
Wars, that might
It's
be
Samuel L.
good.
Jackson.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Oh.
There are motherfucking feet in my motherfucking slime.
But why is it
So it's
blue?
slime then.
Well, I said it was all slimy.
Slime boy.
Slime monster.
Okay. I'm going first. Okay.
Have fun.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't even know how reloading works. Ah!
Oh no!
Reloading.
I would assume. Okay, how many actions does it take for me to load my crossbow? My hand crossbow.
Probably load and fire are two separate actions.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume that's the case then. Do I have to be within line of sight?
Yes. But you can cross through. In this one, you can actually cross through people.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna go up to it. No, cause I'm weak. I'm fragile boy.
One.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop in front of my brother and be like, Trent, look out! Trent, look out! And I'm gonna shoot at it with my hand crossbow.
Pew pew. Pew.
17.
Hits.
Yee. No plus to that. Ha! Cool. 1 fucking damage.
Woo.
Because there's no bonuses to it.
First
It's literally just a
damage.
straight d6.
Actually, it's not even the first damage of the game.
No, I stabbed
We
that
missed
guy.
that already.
I stabbed that guy. That was the first damage.
All right, Eileen and
I've drawn
Ronald,
first blood twice now.
You both have 11. I
Oh.
don't know what the tiebreaker is.
Let's just use Dex for that. I have 14.
I also have 14.
Well, would it be dex or
God damn it.
perception?
What?
What's the first letter of your character's name?
G.
You go
G.
first.
Okay.
What's your social security number? Whoever's hired wins.
That's an age thing now. Younger people get the advantage.
Alright, I'm gonna. So is it just like. Is it if it's blocked?
It
by feature?
technically, like, you stepped on it and you backed up, and now it's doing its goopy thing.
Ah! I'm gonna whip out my flail and hit it!
Play face. Oh no.
Or try to.
Clear nose.
You.
I got 13 to hit.
I want to watch this.
Hit.
Oh, it hits?
Yeah, I might watch this one.
Yeah.
On my phone.
Wait, which is the D10?
The one with 10 numbers.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
I found it. Wait.
Oh, no, never mind.
Yes, this
I
is
thought
the
that.
D10.
I know.
So this is a great time to remember.
Ooh, 12 damage. Wait.
Uh,
Hold on. No, it's not.
That's a,
Wait,
that's
D10
a lot of numbers.
1, 3
That's a lot.
damage.
Yes.
I need. Where's my other. Oh, wait, this is my
I
other
was
D10.
like,
I was like,
where
where's
is
my
it?
D10 that has
Wondered.
actual single digits?
Percentile.
I found
Yes.
it.
So this is a great time to remember that I have a 10-foot pole on my back for whatever purposes.
What?
Have a 10-foot pole?
Yes,
Did you buy
he
a
has a
10-foot pole?
So you're like 3 feet tall and you have just a.
Yes.
Why did you agree to let him buy this 10-foot pole?
I let him buy it for some reason.
Yes.
But brother.
I don't know. Alright, anyway.
we all just noticed this 10-foot pole. Like, I don't know how he got into the carriage with that, but
How he survived the fall is he just.
Yeah.
It was like
Pull first.
it's like his like shirt's like hanging out the top of it, just like.
This is always a it's not a strategy with this fault.
Use it wisely.
That being said, I'm gonna do some things with my hands and say some funny things and do a telekinetic projectile and throw a 10-foot pole at the ooze,
All right.
which is right next to him. So if this
Roll your
misses,
touch.
I can't wait. It's a range
Wait,
attack.
yeah,
Oh,
can
range
you,
attack,
can
roll
you,
your-
do you have like a
Hits.
line
Yeah,
of
that's the thing.
Brother,
Same
oh
face.
god. But like, what about line of whatever? I guess.
What is that face?
I don't know.
What is it?
No, is there
So I chucked the pole really hard. Apparently,
Roll your damage.
it's 10 damage.
Wow.
Jeez.
Damn.
not, like,
One for every foot.
This is no, but the thing
is
is,
he just like throwing it between these two? Or
yeah.
like-
So like I'm like this far away from brother, so I'm just like pull, and it just goes like 5 inches and hits the slime.
But just really fast.
Yeah.
It's 5 foot. Let's just pull. Alright. Slime did not like that. Eileen, you're up. Oh, wait, no.
Wait,
Eileen,
I
you
was right.
attacked.
Some would say it's
And
stuck
then you
it to
hit.
him.
You're up.
I mean, like, can
Last
I,
dice are broken.
can I throw over people or like I don't have like a. line of
Yes.
sight.
So you can lob it. So think of it this way: you can shoot through people, like with you're not like shooting this way. You're kind of like lobbing.
Yeah,
so it
yeah,
would
yeah.
allow that kind of action.
I was saying that. Yeah, just try that.
Kind of don't even want to use my alchemy yet.
I had extra actions I could have done.
Like, you want to share the Wi-Fi
It's okay.
password with Cameron Conrad.
Because I was looking it up on my phone. Nice.
Cool.
That's super
That's
cool. I've never
weird.
actually done that
Yeah,
before.
fanciness.
Would you like to
Yeah,
share it
cool.
with the man in the closet?
I'll lob
Extra action. Oh well.
some alchemist. I've clearly already prepared all these
Got some
alchemical
goosebumps.
things beforehand,
Sounds like
although we never had the
goosebumps.
opportunity.
I don't know
Um,
that face. Yes.
Alchemist fire! Hiaga! Yeah. You have to say those things to activate.
Oh, it's in the play. Let me just get the. Yep. Hold on.
Alchemist fire.
Alchemist fire. Akaka.
Close. Hiaga!
All right.
There's the hell out of that.
So there's no touch armor class or anything with this
There
one.
isn't? Oh, with that monster, or with because
It's
we
easy.
have it on our
Oh,
Yeah.
on ours
I don't think that's for
touch armor class. Yeah.
touch armor class.
It is, yeah, it's touch armor class.
True armor class.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure it's touch.
I think it was just 13. I don't know if you get a modifier for throwing random
Hits.
things. Okay.
You do. It's your proficiency in your dex.
Proficiency in my dex?
Yeah, but it hits anyway.
Okay. Regardless.
For range weapons? I thought it was nothing.
It's for ranged attacks.
So it deals 1d8.
Ranged weapons don't get bonus damage.
Okay. maybe
Yeah, they
that's
don't get
what I
bonus damage.
was thinking.
Wayne, what's a d8?
Which kind of makes sense,
Diamond D1.
but not really.
Not that one. The other
Which one
diamond
is
D1.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The one with 8 sides.
Shh. Once again, 1, 2, 3. Alright, 3 damage. And it does splash, but that's not doesn't really matter. And it's wait. We're not in water, right? It's lime? It's not technically water, right?
No.
Okay.
It does 1d8 fire, or so it does 3 damage, fire damage,
Yeah.
plus 1 persistent fire damage,
Mhm.
and 1 fire splash damage.
Yeah, but the
What?
splash doesn't.
Are you sure?
Was it hitting things?
I mean, if I splashed water on you, didn't I just splash water on you? If I threw a water balloon at you,
Yes.
it would have splashed on you, right?
Well, not.
I mean, it's not going to do any extra damage aside from the main.
I think it
hit.
does.
You always,
I think it does.
Really? You think
Yeah.
that's extra damage?
Or is splash damage like anything?
It's like I thought it was like a radius.
Yeah.
Around.
That's what I would assume.
So it's
It
gonna.
has a second line that specifically talks about adjacent afterwards.
Yeah.
So I would assume that it's just talking about whatever you threw it at, because the actual phrasing says, "Alchemist fires deals 1d8 fire damage, 1 persistent fire damage, and 1 fire splash damage.
We're learning.
The target can end this persistent damage by spending an interact action, or by becoming submerged in water, or otherwise entering an area deprived by air. A creature adjacent to the target can also end the persistent damage by spending interaction damage.
When I was reading about splash damage, what it described it as is like you could miss the opponent, but it would still receive the splash damage that you had.
I think the only problem is that I don't know if you can really use this
Aha!
one.
Why not?
Because it
Reloading
costs
takes
3
one
gold
action.
pieces.
I throw a lot of those things out the window with my alchemy ability.
Really?
Yeah, the crafting is like not really a factor because of yeah.
Someone
I
in
mean, like
chat-
we didn't have the opportunity to like prepare and
Someone in chat
That's
has
fine.
to
I just
flutter,
didn't
isn't it?
know.
yeah. I throw a lot of the crafting rules out the window being an alchemist with my abilities because I've got them in my formula book.
Alright, I just had a
I'm
FMA
allowing
moment.
it for now.
I had an FMA moment.
So at this case, because it's more slime and like gelatinous than it would be
More slime than mine.
water. I would say that if you broke something that was flammable and could catch it on fire, it would work.
Right. If anything, gelatinous material might
So
be more
it
flammable.
should be 5 total damage with 1% in fire,
Okay.
I believe.
Are you gonna like calculate the?
It's
splash?
basically every turn.
Every
it's
time on my turn, I have to take the 1 persistent.
Unless you try to snuff it out.
Yeah.
No,
Alright.
it makes sense.
Makes sense.
1d8 plus 2 isn't much different than my 1d10. It's more consistent.
Yeah. I should do more research into splash damage.
Yeah. I didn't do nearly enough research into combat before playing.
Oh, yeah, I'm just like, God,
I did like a little bit on like my particular
Yeah.
abilities, but nothing
so
beyond.
many.
It's easier to learn while we're playing opposed to like this is playtest. We'll get this.
Yeah.
We'll get this.
Yeah.
Slime
I
turn.
apologize if it's not as fun to watch.
It's one page of all your issues in 1 page.
Anyway.
That's what the folders are for.
This is like a cheat sheet, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I should do
That's
that.
fine.
Did you,
Yeah,
so
I
did
booked
you
all-
just
I
print
booked
out
all
a thing from the book?
yeah, I just took screenshots and put it onto a Word file and
There you
printed
go.
it.
I need to do that.
So Sewer
Spells
Ooze's
are
turn.
He's not dead yet.
Not dead yet. It's going to do its special ability.
Level
Check your
1
comments.
Pathfinder 2 is insane.
Someone's saying, Eileen, I am your biggest fan. Well, while I'm doing this, you can
Yeah,
look at the
mine's not
creeps.
loading, so yeah, look at that.
Look at the
Probably CJ.
Oh no, it's Sharon.
creeps. Oh.
Who?
Who dat?
This is not going to be
That's
as
right.
interesting.
They're in, yeah, they're in my Steven Universe campaign.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sharon.
I need
Hi.
everybody in a 20-foot
Sharon a long
radius to roll a reflex save, please.
Oh
Which
gosh,
is
is that
everybody.
everyone?
I'm really good at that.
Costco. Reflex.
I'm really good at that.
Oh,
Not great.
that one.
Oh, wait, no, I have great reflex, though. 16.
I was not prepared.
Wayne, take a point of damage, and now you're you are now prone.
9.
I'm prone, like on my belly.
Yeah.
Mm,
So
What is it?
you'll have to take an action to stand back up.
okay.
9?
Fuck.
This is
You
super fun.
take 2 points of damage,
Well, that's a lot.
and you are
of
now
points.
hampered.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Where's the damage?
22.
There was a. There was.
Hey.
Yay.
Take 2 points of damage.
Still.
Jeez.
Oh, hit points. There you go.
16.
Max current.
Take 4 points of damage.
Fuck!
Can you look up what hampered means, please?
What happens when your clothes gets put away?
I thought that was just folding.
All right, so now we go back to the top of the
what was it?
initiative.
Would be under
That would be
effects, dice effects.
Admiral.
Maybe, yeah.
I think I have that bookmarked.
I've taken a lot of damage. Fuck!
No, that's equipment.
Isn't that how it always goes? She rolls really well. You like just get the brunt of the damage. He just
I usually don't roll well
think
to
I did
attack
it.
though. I roll
Always
on
do
basically
things.
I will roll well on everything except attack for the most part.
Yeah.
It's been my
Right, I
trend.
think it's better to go like this. Not like this.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to like.
I'm gonna.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to navigate this thing.
Switch
remember
to
where that was?
my
I
don't
sap
know.
You don't know. I don't have a bookmark, so I'm gonna either have to go
run
to
up
the table of contents.
and smack down on
Oops,
top of the
the
slime.
search didn't work?
I mean, it
With
gave
my
it
sap.
back.
I didn't intention it didn't.
I did,
Laptop
but it
wasn't
was
letting
like.
me.
Wing!
Keep
That's
going.
gonna be 20.
20 to hit. Hits.
Yes, 20 to hit. And wait, I just want to double
I
check.
imagine it's just like
sap
speed
is
reduction.
agile or finesse.
Check. Just speed.
It is in fact agile, so I add dex to it. So, 8 damage. But it's
Yeah,
not
just speed
8
reduction.
non-lethal
Okay.
damage, but it's
Oh,
bludgeoning.
nice. You picked the perfect one.
I just see you with like
Good.
a sap smacking this jelly, and there's just chunks of it just flying around.
Listen,
Non-lethal!
my dude knows his jellies. He knows that like stabbing it or poking it's not gonna do more damage than like just smacking the shit out of it. My guy knows about bludgeoning damage.
He knows his jellies.
Next up would be Ronald, since you got. Oh, Eileen first. I'm sorry. I don't want to keep getting that.
Yes.
No.
I'm going to try.
To murder you.
Oh wait, remind me. So like, there's a heightened thing on spells. What does that mean?
It's when you level up, so don't use heightened yet. You'll get heightened as you level up.
I think I get it as part of one of my feats.
You move up a level of heightened already as your feat.
I get a half of my level in heightening.
Then
Hold on.
is
one
it
second.
heightened
I'm gonna find
1
it
or
real fast.
heightened?
I'm gonna find it real fast. Give me one second.
Yeah, that's her.
Wayne, someone says in the chat that it looks like you work out. I don't.
Does.
He did.
I'm
I
just
climb! Kigaga! Namama!
Kalima.
Yeah, no.
Mantle.
I have an
That's
innate
golden.
spell as a gnome. I can have an innate spell, or this is my feat. That I have a cantrip that is heightened to a spell level equal to half my level rounded up.
Okay.
So
Rounded up?
the
So
question
heightened
is,
to
what does
1.
heightened mean? So do I add just one? To
Does heightened is it in the spell description? It'll be in the spell description.
No.
So for example, like my spells have the heightened next to them. So you're looking for heightened 1, which
Okay,
it would be like
okay.
here for soothe heightened
Wait, where?
plus 1. Like right at the bottom of the spell description.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Turn
yeah.
your page and it's like, no.
Wait, what does heightened in parentheses third mean?
Third level heightened, so it's not in
Oh,
effect
so I
yet.
can't even do anything with it
Yeah.
yet. Boo. Okay, well, I'm still gonna do the spell anyway.
Here's the hero points, by
Well-
the way. Oh, love those great.
Points of heroes.
Actually, just kidding. I'm gonna swing my flail at it again. That's a critical fail.
Oh, no.
Oh jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh jeez.
Oh, no.
Oh,
The dice.
I want you to roll I want you to roll a 1d8 for me, please.
1d8. That's an 8.
You slip when attempting to attack the slime because you stepped in it and it's all slippery and take 4 points of...
Sure.
Where's my slide whistle?
Wasn't it?
Oh, golly.
Wow.
Oh, golly gee whiz!
Again, my attack rolls tend to be shit.
So I'm gonna do the talking thing again, but since the pole's already thrown, I'm just gonna kind of scoot back and just throw it again.
It's a little overpowered.
How? What? What is this thing?
It's not looking at a projectile. You can read it.
Let me
He's
read
dumb,
it. Let me
but
read
he's
it.
very,
Let me read it for
like,
everybody.
It's still in range.
Yeah, please. That's crazy.
So it takes 2 actions. It's 30-foot range. Targets 1 creature.
Oh, I forgot we have 3 actions per turn.
Ha-cha-cha.
You hurl a loose, unattended object in range at the target. The spell gains the trait of a damage type appropriate to the object, bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. Make a ranged attack against the target. If you hit, you deal 1d10 damage of the given type. You deal double damage on a critical. No special traits or magic properties of the hurled object can affect the target or damage. You can heighten the spell and hurl more objects through your attempts only to attack 1 roll and to target only 1 creature. And your salvo of projectiles deals damage to all at once for the purposes of resistances, weaknesses, and the like. So yes, it is essentially he has an object
Oh,
he
shit.
bought. Yeah.
And later I'm gonna get more pulls. Anyway, I rolled a 19.
We fucking smacked the shit out of you guys.
1 damage. Ha-cha-cha-cha.
All right.
Cha cha cha.
And on my last action, I'm going to play the song of my people to inspire courage into brother.
Into him.
Moi?
Oh, no.
All right, we're taking.
I have to use a turn to get up, correct?
It's now like 9. I should probably not have Zuza going.
Ah, fuck those people.
Fuck your neighbors.
So I have to use a turn to get up, correct?
So you can use an action, move action to get up, and leave you with 2 actions.
Okay. I really don't want to use all my like elixirs on this one.
Can you stand it?
I can't get to it.
You can.
And
You
you
can run
can
through
go
us.
go past us or through us.
Boop, boop, boop. Stabby, stabby, stabby. Stab.
Scissor. Inspired Courage is +1 conditional bonus attack to
Whatever
What?
my attack is.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, it's to all attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear.
Stabby, staboo. Oh.
Staboo.
6.
Great stab.
Hits.
Oh wow.
What? Really?
Great stab.
Wait, so when I rolled like an 18, was that over 10 of its AC?
Yeah, I
That
should have
should've been a
critical
critical.
too.
That should've been a critical.
I
Oh,
should have
shit.
You got jam
Oh
drastic.
no.
I
I
forgot.
forgot about that roll.
I'm learning.
We're learning.
Fun fact, in the Pathfinder Playtest, you can get a crit by rolling a 20, or by rolling a total number that is over 10 of what the target is. So if the armor class is less than 6, like this Slime's is apparently, anything 16 or higher should automatically just crit, because it's a critical success.
4 damage.
What's the crit damage roll?
Double the damage dice.
Then add modifiers.
Then wait, you add modifiers on crit?
Oh,
wow.
No, so
Yeah.
you roll 2 dice and then you add modifiers.
Oh, if it's melee, not if
No.
it's a ranged.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, if it has modifiers.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's modifiers.
Okay. You
Alright.
don't double the modifiers.
But if it's a deadly weapon, it has the deadly tag.
You know what
add
time
a
it is?
different
Slime
dice.
Time Live.
Slime
It's
time.
a Nickelodeon reference.
Sure.
Okay.
You just got slimed.
So the slime is going to attack Wayne.
Fuck me.
That is not even a D20, that is a D12.
Yeah, I was like,
20 break your armor class.
It absolutely does.
What's your armor class?
12.
it's not crit.
Oh, it's not a crit.
It's not a crit.
Now
dice,
you're
it's-
excited.
Yeah, he's like, whoa, I
Now
like
you're
your
paying
mechanic.
I'm also monitoring like all sorts of other shit right now for getting one stupid rule. I don't want it.
Put your head back on.
Yeah.
Wait,
Hide your
Wild
shame.
or Wayne, whichever one of you is not actively. Could you see me my other beer?
You're also welcome to any of my beers. Nothing. I thought I just.
But thank you.
Would you be able to get me some like
Mine's in the door.
something?
Some what?
It's the bugs out.
Some tea.
Some tea.
Some tea. Wayne, take
Pops of Jones Cola.
4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn, this slime is like.
This is the first fucking encounter.
I got-
Besides Odo or whatever his name
Very well
is.
might actually supposed to be dead too.
Thought he'd be dead by now. So you said 4?
Just a small cup.
I'm just like, I'm next to him, he's like, bam, bam,
Oh.
bam. That's the perfect sound.
Don't forget about your courage
Correct.
that I've inspired in you.
Oh, thank you.
Was that like a literal thing, or was that?
Yeah, not literal.
Holy shit, Trent, that's a really good song.
It's the song of our people, brother.
It's the song of our people!
All right. Start of the order. Please, Cameron, do the dirty.
The dirty.
Muncho's gonna cruncho.
I love it. It's my favorite.
Although the only cruncho damage I would have is my sap, and I want to just kill this thing. And my sap is not.
You can use your bare hands.
Yeah, it can all be Cruncho. Muncho
Just
can
give him the
always be
Cruncho Muncho, which is like the people's elbow of this world.
I mean, I
You
wanted
get
to
the-
go with a spiked gauntlet so I could do that specifically.
You get
but
the
I
racial
decided
shell that lets you bite.
I did not. No.
That would be so good.
It would have been good, yes. What did I pick for my racial? My ancestry feat. Oh, very sneaky. So I'm
right.
very sneaky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Yes, so I'm gonna put away the sap, take out my short sword, and then I'm gonna attack. 8,
+1.
9,
Hits.
Yee.
Hits. Kills
9
it.
damage.
Kills it.
Ciao!
So somehow slashing it does dissipate the slime
so
enough for it
fluffy.
to just kind of.
Goosh.
Oh, it's like the most anticlimactic death. Death.
Hmm?
Music.
Oh, okay. Hero points are interesting.
Wait, yeah, I have hero point. What
I
is
want to
it?
explain it when we're switching.
I'm going to
these.
explain when Wayne gets back because
He
it's good.
needs to know too.
Yeah.
Oh no! I broke the music.
Oh
Oh
no.
no! I broke the music. There's something going on over here.
Was that a belch?
Yeah.
It's very subtle.
All right. So the villain is slain. You can leave. No, I'm kidding. We can
We
leave
did it.
now. We
We
did.
can go home and get our 14 gold.
Only 14
I
gold.
know.
I'll pick back up my 10-foot pole. Just be like, pole.
All right. So yeah, you're able to move ahead. And I thought he was gonna crawl over, but no, he's just putting the cat.
Sorry.
Okay, so
kitty time.
want me to explain hero points?
Yes, go ahead.
So I was waiting for you on this one, Wayne. But hero points. So you can have a maximum of 3. When you end each session, your character loses all hero points.
Okay.
They cannot be saved between sessions.
Okay.
So you can spend 1 hero point to stave off dying. And in doing so, if you have 0 hit points, you go to 1. When spending 2 hero points, you can re-roll a d20, but you must take that result. If you fail again, you regain 1 of those hero points you just spent. You can't spend hero points more than once on a single roll. Then spending 3 hero points allows you to act 1 extra time in an encounter. You can spend the hero points on your turn to increase your number of actions for the turn by 1, to take an extra reaction when you've already used your reaction for the round, or you may spend these hero points when the trigger for the reaction occurs. You can't spend hero points and use additional actions or reactions if you can't act.
We all have 1 hero point right now, right?
They all
Yes.
have one-
How
yeah.
do you get
Where,
more?
is there like a
To
first
get
or
hero
like-
points,
Oh.
the GM should award no more than 1 hero point per PC for in-game actions, plus 1 hero point per PC for out-of-game actions.
per PC?
Player
Player
character.
characters.
Oh, okay.
This number can be higher for game sessions longer than 4 hours, and you can't have more than 3, which is weird. So
Is there like a
standard
place-
4-hour session.
Is there an area
you
for
get
hero
to
points?
hero
Yeah,
points.
there's a little
yeah.
block next to your DC.
Oh, the big thing that says hero, points.
That one.
So we all have 1.
So-
Knock it off and chat.
For the character
Increasing the
actions,
span
this
dial.
all comes from the
Dial.
story. A character needs to do something selfless or daring beyond normal expectations.
Oh, wow.
Players add hero points by taking on at
For
least
stabbing-
1 additional responsibility, such as bringing food for the group, keeping a map of the dungeon, and taking notes.
Dusty, we about to say for stabbing the main character -1.
Hey!
hero point.
Wayne said it for me.
Sorry, what? I missed
He's
it.
gonna take away your hero point because you stabbed one of the early.
That worked. Wait, that was very in character.
Fine.
And your characters start each session with 1 hero point. So,
I don't know. I think me stabbing the guy for tricking us is very in character for my
like
move.
what? Like hero point? Like oh, like a
All right,
it's up to
Table
DM
vote.
anyway.
Wait. So is it?
It's up to DM
I'd
anyway.
say-
So is it for heroic actions only?
Just send it to chat. Chat vote that shit.
All right,
Yeah.
chat.
my kazoo.
1 vote per person. Should I remove or give Cameron a hero point?
For
It's up
his
to chat.
stabbing.
For stabbing, all go.
We gotta give it a minute. So
stabbing
everybody.
the guy for lying to us.
Yes.
Are you not gonna mention this that you're not our real dad, Dusty?
Dusty, what's this DM bullshit? Spat all over us.
Oh gosh.
Also, everybody's saying give. Give me the points!
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ew.
That's caught.
Ew.
That is caught
so
on video for
sorry.
posterity.
I got all over everything.
My character sheet! Dusty,
How did you get
why?
in here? What happened?
He did a spit take!
I got all over my book.
He did a spit take. Oh no, not your book. At least it's on the laminated cover.
Oh,
I'm very happy with my
so-
distance from Dusty.
No, I got a splodge. It was only on my
Do you
folder,
want
so
a life
we're
roll
good.
it?
Can I get like a paper towel? Please.
I'm not worried about the germs.
I can't get that.
It's
I
just-
can get
it's
the.
just-
I can get the.
It hit me right as I was taking a sip, and I thought it would go to the cup, and then
I think that's just as much Wayne's fault as it is Alex's fault.
What did I do?
Also, Alex, we love you. We're super excited to see you in 2.
1 week.
1 week.
1
1 week.
You could be here.
Yeah.
They
That's
said he
very
broke
funny.
you, so he wins.
It's true.
He gets a hero point.
Also, Alex, when it comes to our other campaign, we have some surprises for you.
Hero point given.
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor!
It's actually
That's a very.
Oh,
like,
it's a Hobbit hat.
It's
It's
very,
Gandalf's hat
it's
from
way
the
more
Hobbit.
rough than I thought it would be.
Size adjuster.
I
Oh my
colored
God.
it so it could be a hat
It's like somebody
for.
spray painted it.
We use like spray like cloth paint.
Oh.
on it. Yeah, and it made it like. But it was
Feels
supposed to be
good.
for my black mage Final Fantasy costume
Oh
for the
yeah.
K last year.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Cat
Oh yeah, shit, this is very warm.
Yeah, you can see why.
It's
a great hat, but- Anyways, continuing on with the campaign before the awful spit take, you have 2 hero points for the session. Everybody is, you know, morally moist from both the slime and my team.
Yeah.
Moist.
And this new
A little
campaign.
moist.
So moist.
Get 3D glasses, Nick.
Genuinely though, it's like very warm in here, and I'm just like generally.
I'm sorry,
I've
our
got-
AC is garbage.
Oh, really?
Well, it's not. It's not.
It's summer.
It's also this chair. I've got major swamp ass going on right now.
Samesies.
Alright, Lysol
Not it.
chairs. Neat.
Got these-
Yeah, you might
the
need,
wonderful
You might need to clean these chairs
steel
out.
chair.
What? What? Oh, that's. Yes.
I'm
Alright,
actually okay
so-
with the steel chair.
Will not comment.
So
on
where
the
are you guys
ass
gonna go now?
situation.
Getting back to the actual thing. Where are you guys heading?
I guess I'll. Is there anything? I'm
Sam
assuming it's
says
just.
have a good night, y'all. And more
Good
fun.
night.
Nice Sam.
See you tomorrow, Sam.
Bye, Sam.
Aye. I'm gonna keep moving down this tunnel, assuming there's nothing else interesting to see.
Out of character. Can that ooze be used in any alchemical stuff?
Oh.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I didn't
Uh,
know if this was like Monster Hunter, where
I
like
don't-
monster components can be
I
used
don't-
for potions for anything.
Potions.
Yeah. I hadn't looked in too much into like crafting things, because I don't necessarily have to craft things that
It's
are in
very
my
rare that like,
formula book.
unless like specifically mentioned in recipes, it's very rare that like monster parts need to be collected.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
Okay.
you're just being a smartass or using it for like a character trait.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, I'd get some ooze just in case because.
just in
You
case.
might as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm
I need
super-
56 more chew jelly to make this potion.
Exactly.
Alright.
No, that's a good point though. I mean, as like a character thing.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it could be a character thing, or like I don't know if there's any actual
Yeah,
head through.
bonus to that. So
You heading through to the next area.
Oh
Hi,
yes,
neighbors.
yes I am.
All right, so the walls of this long chamber are scorched dark, and the thick layer of soot crusting on the ceiling above attests to the tremendous fire that must have raged through this room in the past. Burial niches in the walls and a row of center peelers contain only fragments of burnt wood and charred bones. So let me draw that up for you really quick.
I eat the
Fire
bones.
scorched the area, but
No, I'm good.
the map just looks like a butt. to me.
I am the boner lord.
Like a penis.
No, that was like an old KFC.
Oh, you're talking about.
Yeah,
So
they-
it's just
they
like
made
there
it.
was some
They
some
made
burning
boneless
shit that
chicken
came out of there. is what I'm
Someone
trying
ate
to
too
say.
much Taco Bell.
This
Exactly.
this is where the Taco Bell
That's where
came
the whole-
in.
Right, yeah, this is like
And
the
this is
stomach
where
and this is the small
we-
I was thinking
have
the other
it.
way
To be
around,
able
where
to
that's like
scoot your
Yes.
glass.
No, this is the
Okay.
belly.
Glass, yeah.
This
Okay.
is the beginning of your
oh,
upper
okay.
intestine.
That's fair then.
Can I request one of you put this in the trash can for me? Thank you.
You,
I know I was considering chucking it over your head, but that might not end well. So.
Did you need anything?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Oh, sorry. So sorry.
Oh no!
Oh.
Go.
Go 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 choo.
Go noodle go!
Go 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 choo. Go 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 choo.
Okay, now your theories don't know.
Oh.
I mean, have you not seen the picture of intestines before?
I don't remember that bit happening.
It can happen.
Dang it,
Normally
I'm
not
gonna
that
have to
way.
rewrite
Normally
this
this way.
character
but
sheet.
I'm just like,
I just got ink, or not ink, but like.
Yeah, that's not the
Whoa,
way.
that's
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're
Yeah,
good.
once it's dry.
This is
It's
the
because I
accumulation
smeared
of
it.
what's gonna.
Had I just
That
left it alone, it
makes
would have been fine. But I
It's
still.
got
Yeah.
I'm sure once it's
appendicitis.
dry, it'll erase better.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's got a bad
I wonder it's so like,
Yeah,
so much fire
it looks
burnt.
It's gonna have a real bad day.
aged.
Do you need me to move the map a little bit closer to our side?
Yeah, if you can scoot it just a little.
Scoochie boy.
Scoot the map. Scoot the map. How's it looking on camera? Pretty good.
Alex says, "Hey Wayne, Zelda's speculated to be high tier in Ultimate, by the way."
Ooh, that should be cool.
There's too many characters to even like know. So many characters.
I'm probably gonna pick up Ridley.
You gonna pick up Ridley?
Oh, I'm gonna main Simon Belmont so I can quote the entirety of Symphony of the Night.
I might.
I'm gonna play some
I might try some
10K
new
rule,
people.
man.
might
I
try
was
some
really
new
hoping
people
I
for
could
sure.
just play Squirtle and that's it. Like, I don't want to
Okay,
do this
also, Byman Salmont. Qui-Gon Booze is also logging off, whoever that is. Who's that again?
Bye,
Was that
Ethan.
Good
Ethan?
night,
Yeah.
Ethan.
Bye, Ethan. Thanks for watching.
So we say Sam and Ethan?
Sam's gone, Ethan's gone.
Bleeding
I'm
viewers,
surprised
guys.
Alex is
It's
still on.
Friday night.
I know.
It's like 11:30 p.m. for him, which is way past his bedtime.
Well,
It's Friday.
it's Friday night.
Yeah. Everybody stays up late on Friday.
He's trying to get his
Have
time
y'all-
schedule back into mountain time.
Mountain
Maybe.
time.
Yeah. No, but like every time I visited Amy when we were dating long distance, and I would come from Florida out to here, I was like on a college schedule, so I'd go to bed super late and wake up super late as well. So when I got to Colorado, I was just like, it just
Normal.
shifted by 2 hours, and it was like a normal person schedule.
I have not left college schedule. I get all my best work done at night.
Oh,
So,
man. I read
As you
this
can
whole
see
thing.
from my amazing drawing of this this dessert log bread roll
Yeah,
thing,
it looks like a
It's a
perfect.
baguette!
Yeah, it looks like a great baguette with like some. That's like the lettuce hanging.
It's a
out.
baguette with like blades sticking out of it.
Chainsaw baguette.
Blades, yes.
Chainsaw
can you
baguette.
move it so we're centered here?
On the baguette. On the bladed baguette.
Back a little bit more.
Baguette.
You're doing weird things.
baguette. Such long.
Such a long baguette. Close enough. All right. So these are alcoves that are for the alcoves for the bodies, and then there are also sarcophagi.
Oh.
This is a dead bodies.
Yep.
Okay, Alex is heading out too.
Oh.
I'm a crash though, haha, packing all weekend, so peace, gang. See you in a little over a week.
You're gonna be there next weekend.
And then J-Tra says Wayne's here to fucking party.
Oh, dude, Justin, what the fuck?
Wait,
Yeah.
Justin who?
Who's J-Tra?
He's my buddy from back in Texas.
What,
man.
really?
Yeah.
Hi.
That's
Say
awesome.
hi to your friend.
Justin, woo!
I can grab the word.
All right. So in this room, it's covered in soot. There looks like there's some sort of fire. Doesn't make much sense considering this is underground. The room is sealed.
And full of poop water.
Poop water?
Fire
Wait, is
poop
there
water.
is there poop water in this sewer?
It's not
Wait,
sewer.
it's a.
I guess it's more of like a catacomb than like a sewer. Okay,
But there's
maybe
slime.
there's not poop water here.
There's slime. Has anybody inspected the slime?
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna do a
just watched
perception
it.
check.
He gets
Not good.
Perception on what? The slime?
Just the room.
Oh.
So yeah, the room seems to be pretty sooty. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
It's pretty kind of dirty. Again, there's just it looks like there was a fire in here. To you, it's like yeah, there's a fire down here. It's not a big deal.
And
There's
it's
just
in
like
this
alcoves
catacomb?
and yeah.
Okay.
I do a perception check on the slime. I just like. It's not great.
Wild cherry.
It's 6. Wild cherry. Okay, I can use this later. I don't think I have any empty
I see
vials. Maybe I should buy some
everything.
empty
That'd
vials.
be good to have. Especially if you're gonna keep chucking them.
Yes.
Turn
Yeah,
on my
that's a great
inspector
point. Like when
goggles.
I'm just like, make fucking alchemical
Everybody's leaving.
things.
Aw, who else
It's
is leaving?
late.
It is like,
Bye, Sharon.
Bye, Sharon. Sorry, this is my wife. They already got
Dare
kicked, they
you.
apparently already got kicked out of a bar.
Wow. Good
That's an-
job. Party
Because
hard.
it's a bachelorette party, right?
The drunk girl went to the bathroom to have sex with the guy. Oh god, there's some drunk gal.
Wait, is this like part of the party, or is this a different?
I think so. I
person?
think this is part of the bachelorette party. The single drunk gal is making out with the guy she danced with one time. It is hilarious. The drunk gal went to the bathroom to have sex with the guy. Whoa!
This is way more like interesting and
I have
dramatic
not
than
marked
any
this
of my,
channel
like,
as
the parties
mature,
I've ever
silly.
been to.
Yeah, that is. I guess I've never been to a bachelorette party, so.
Yeah, I've been to
And you think?
one, but it was not that exciting. Like, it was fun, but it was not
Okay.
that exciting.
I went to a bachelor
So-
party that was my brother's.
We're on
and
topic
that was-
right now.
Yeah,
Alright.
we're on topic. Yes, sorry.
Okay,
Sounds right.
everything's ready.
We're on topic.
What's your sauce?
That's a good question.
Why does it matter?
Why is there a lady's face here?
That's what I said.
It matters. There's lady faces everywhere.
Everywhere.
The lady faces. Oh no, not safe for work.
The back.
Sorry.
Yeah, north
Should've
towards
been-
me.
North is towards you? Okay.
Yeah, so.
So I'm just gonna kind of shuffle my way through.
Duck, duck, ledge. I don't know who that is.
Shinies! So many shinies! Can I just walk over there?
Train, wait up!
For the shinies!
Yeah, it might be traps. Wait up, Train.
I bolted.
As you guys are running through there, coming out of these like kind of like alcoves.
Oh no. Oh golly. Oh gee.
Oh,
Less of a
Trying to get
chainsaw,
bubble.
more of like a
Yeah.
goblin.
Are these goblins or goblins?
Goblins.
Goblin.
Oh, yeah, there was the like evil goblin tribe.
Yeah. You know Mugchua Clan. Why you here?
Oh, hey guys. We're just chilling down here. We came down here looking for something. What were we looking for again? I don't know.
I have the shinies right now. Am I by the shinies?
Train's
You're by
looking
the,
for
like,
shinies.
fingers, yeah.
Okay.
Train's looking for shinies.
That's
so-
our shinies. Friendship.
Okay, Train, hold off on the shinies. Hold off on the shinies, Train.
Friendship. Make friends.
Train, hold up. Yeah, sorry, we're not gonna take your shinies. We're just, we're down here exploring. We're looking for, something else. Some people sent us down here for, looking for some stuff. What's up with you? How you doing, brother?
Brother.
Sorry, no, not
Brother?
No.
More brothers?
Yeah, brother.
You know Mudclaw Clan. You become Mudclaw Clan's food.
Wait, can't we just become Mudclaw Clan? Why do we have to be food? Why can't we just be Mudclaw Clan?
Because it's initiative time.
Son of a bitch!
Oh man.
Ooh, that's
There we go.
Ooh.
Fuck this dice.
Fuck this dice! Everybody's writing things down.
Yeah, taking notes and stuff.
Mudclaw.
The exciting adventures of Dungeons and Dragons.
How good
The
can
note
you
taking
know?
edition.
Yeah.
Alright, Gobble 1 is.
Acro. Batics. Acro. Batics.
Now you can tell your funny story about someone getting the boom in the bathroom.
Oh,
It's
nah.
still going.
That was it.
That was it?
Oh,
That's
that's
what she
the last
texted me
update.
That was the last update.
Okay.
And a picture. She and the rest of the party are behaving.
She and
so
the rest.
like, is this
that's
person
not
even
fun.
a part of the party?
I think. She's like one of the only single people in the bachelorette party, I think.
Oh, I don't blame her then.
Oh no, for sure. I don't blame her.
Get that shit.
No.
I mean,
yeah.
and like even if, well, if she wasn't single, I would blame her. I'd be like, no, why are you doing that?
But it's
Unless she was in a
you
good
in a
relationship.
giant
True.
group
Sure.
Unless she'd already just determined with her partner that it was okay.
That's
This is
just
true.
that's just how the relationship is.
Oh my.
Which, unfortunately, I know much more about than I ever thought I would because of fucking factors.
I was just about
Oh,
to
I
say
see. I was
that.
like, where are you going with this sentence?
Oh.
Never have to worry about that again.
I'm
Never
sorry.
again.
I
Exactly
know.
like,
He's gone. He's gone now.
Oh, sorry. I think that is a 17.
Okay.
Yes.
Ronald.
Plus your dex?
7.
What's perception?
Plus perception.
Oh, plus
Wait.
perception. Oh, that's right.
Perception.
Or sword.
20, but not natural.
An unnatural 20.
Unnatural.
There's
First
one.
up is Wade.
Am I even near anything? I don't think so. I move closer. It's like 5, 10, 20.
So
20.
the way diagonals work in this one, your first one is 5,
Oh,
and then 20, and then 5, and then 20.
okay.
Or 5 and 10, 5 and 10.
It's like, Jesus, man. This is what cardinal directions?
What are the
are.
goblins saying again? You're not Mudclaw?
My claw?
I don't want to get too close.
Yes.
Mudclaw. Okay.
Let me double check.
Mhm.
Mud Chewer, I'm sorry.
Mud
Mud
Oh,
chewer.
yeah. Who wants to chew on mud? I chew mud when you have shiny.
Fucking mud chewers.
Being left-handed
Don't
is
be
hard to
chewers.
write with. Ugh.
Some people chew mud. Some people chew straw.
Chew what?
Straw.
Straw?
Straw.
Oh, okay.
That is the last straw. Now we move to mud. Now we are mature.
I mean,
Alright.
Down here, maybe
So
the
one
mud
can be
has
mud
more
chewer.
like more substance to it. There's like bones and
It's more earthy.
there's just more deadness to it. You know.
What you up to there, Wayne?
I moved. That's about.
So you have 3 actions. So you can move
So
again.
so like the
Oh, I
the
was-
one action is like 20 feet, and then you have like 2 more.
and then you
actions
can use
after.
another action to move another 20.
Oh,
I couldn't find
really?
any penalty on that one, no.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, no penalty for moving? For taking a second move action?
No, I couldn't find anything about it.
Hell yeah.
So it's essentially like
Did
sprint.
we, like I couldn't find anything on Splash. Do we know if Splash does damage around? Like
Yes.
that, like if you'd
If
imagine
it says
Splash
in a
damage?
20-foot radius
It
or a
didn't
10
actually
foot.
say it had a radius. That's the
It
thing.
just said Splash, and I couldn't
Yeah.
find anything that specified
might be a
information
descriptor
on
then.
Splash.
Because it would give you a radius on where. Yeah.
Okay, well,
splash every one of us.
I will
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at this while
Please do.
you
because I would love to just throw a fucking firebomb on those fuckers.
just do it.
I also don't want to get too close to number. Oh. So then, the first diagonal is 5.
Yes.
5, 10. I could totally throw from here.
Morse code. What are you trying? I just looked right at the light. My eyeballs.
No. I mean, no.
Alright, so I toss another alchemist fire potion, or bomb at them. Oof. I don't even know what modifiers I get for that, but it's 19.
Which one are you attacking?
Just gonna throw it for the middle guy right here.
Purple?
Yep.
Purple.
So these are like bone pits?
They're like sarcophagi.
But like in the ground or like sort of raised? That would
They're
give us cover.
They're raised.
So they would give us cover.
Yes.
Okay. Or at least
They give
partial
you,
cover.
like, partial cover. That does hit. Roll your damage.
It was a D8, I believe. Two. Plus they burn, and there's also splash involved.
Alright, so
But-
purple is hit for 2 damage, right?
As far, unless Mark can find anything about splash anytime.
I think it's just something that gets
Like
extra,
changed
you
over
think it's
time.
extra damage?
Yeah, it's definitely an extra damage piece. I just think it
So it's
keeps
just
like
1 extra damage.
yeah, but like over time as
But
like
then
you
there's
level up, you like the splash damage itself increases, and that's it.
Okay,
That's
so
what
it's
I
like
did
2.
here.
I rolled 2 plus the 1 point of splash damage, but it also has a point of persistent fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's just so when that goblin goes. They vacuumed at 11 o'clock last night, by the way, so I don't feel bad.
I don't know if they're.
I don't think that's like
So
that.
kazoo it up!
That definitely doesn't seem like something that's like.
Right.
Right, it's not like a hey, shut up. It's
We,
like
we,
just
we keep
random
hearing
nothing.
like people banging above us, and I'm thinking that's like they're going at us, but it's only like 9:48 right now,
On a
so I'm
Friday,
still
yeah.
Maybe they're
It's
building
like-
IKEA
It's
furniture.
like weird syncopation though. It's like
Maybe they're learning clogging.
Maybe it's just
I mean,
the
they could be building furniture. Like that's kind of how it sounds like sometimes. Novels.
But yeah, so when my turn comes up, I'm gonna take 1 point of damage. That's
Yeah. Until you submerge yourself in water.
Correct.
In a room deprived of oxygen.
Eileen, you're up next.
I just noticed.
We'll look more into it.
My surprising
Unless you
weapons.
find anything.
It's just like there's things down here that
There's
later
so many-
affect splash.
There's so many
So,
rules that
my
like
sneak attack
include
affects anybody
splash.
who's
Why won't
still
you let me-
flat-footed.
Which one's it?
The brown one.
Is the brown one in the square?
Yeah, he's technically in that. They're in these alcoves, but that's the closest square that they'd be.
I just always assumed splash
and I'm
was like a
gonna attack
radius
it.
thing, but then I
Oh wait,
Yeah.
first
It just sounds like it's a
I'm
damage thing.
gonna
Hungamunga.
Just
Wait, no,
the down
wrong
one.
game.
Wrong campaign.
One campaign.
do I is rage an attack?
So let me see. Is there an icon?
I don't know.
So rage.
Or is it an action?
That is an action you have to take because it has a. Because that means it's a.
I don't know what that logo actually means.
That's the.
That's one action.
That's one
Okay.
action.
Oh, hey.
Okay, then I will actually not rage this turn because I've already done 2 movements. So I will just attack. That's a 14 to hit.
Hits.
What's this weird logo mean then?
That is free action.
Oh.
Oh.
What is? Wait, what? That one's a
Or no,
reaction.
that's reaction.
reaction.
Reaction. Freeze.
Free action is that same logo but white.
White.
That is 10 damage.
10 damage.
Yeah, 10 bludgeoning.
Dumage.
So
That's a
your
sad
character runs up. You just kind of like run up to the goblin. The goblin's like, "Oh, hello," and then you just take your club and then you just smack him into the thing, and
Or it's
he's
a
out.
flail. It's
Yeah.
like a
Dunzos?
giant.
He's donezo.
Yes.
Oh, shite.
Damn. I just imagine it's like Zika.
Oh
Yep.
shit, no girl, nice.
Time to illustrate.
Yes, please.
All right. Next up
Moncho's
is
getting his
13, which is red.
Chris is earning more of Moncho's respect.
I don't even know what you look like.
I didn't even see it happen.
You killed Braxar!
Ow.
Yeah, it's hard.
I made up that name, Wayne, by the way.
What was it?
Brexar.
Sorry.
That's not that bad.
Like Brexit?
I'm gonna Brexit your ribs from your body!
I don't know why I'm saying that.
What is your weapon?
War flail, which is like
that's
a
the one
giant, so it's like a
adventure I
spiky
lost
ball and a chain on a stick. But it's like a big one, I'm assuming, because I have the giant totem, so I can carry weapons that are bigger than me.
Like a 10-foot pole.
Like a 10-foot pole.
No. So he comes up with his dog slicer. He's gonna come and he's gonna swing ya, but he's really kind of enraged, so he just kind of does like a wide arc and it goes right above your head. You may be, wanting to get another haircut because it uneven, but he misses.
An even butt.
An even butt.
Uneven butt.
Next is White Gobbo.
Cheeks bigger than the
That's
other.
gotta be.
I'm gonna attack you again with this one.
Oof.
It will hit.
Ah, bummer.
Take 4 points of damage.
Oh wait, Rick!
With Mickey. Mickey meets Morty.
Ricky Mouse.
What the fuck you want? Oh, jeez, Rick.
Oh jeez, Mick.
Was it my turn?
It is. I'm sorry. That's 10. 7 is purple. Hello.
Hello, mister.
Wayne.
Hello there.
Wayne, it's you.
Hello.
He's attacking you.
You're attacking me?
He's having a conversation.
Oh, just kidding. He's
Oh.
talking to you.
Hello.
This one?
Yeah.
What do you want?
I'm Snot.
Snot?
Aw.
What do you want? What do you?
I'm supposed to attack you.
You don't have to do this.
I know, but it's boss's orders. You kinda gotta.
I don't really have anything to give you. I could give you some. I pick up some mud.
Can I just like stab you in the rib and then get credit for killing you and then my boss gives me promotion?
you can stab this sarcophagus and put, like, get some mud on it.
I really don't. Ow, why do they keep leaving me? With a 12, does that 12 break your armor class?
It is in my armor class.
I win. I'm so sorry. Oh,
And like very weakly, like get you in the side for like 1 point of damage. Very slow, like oh.
You're gonna regret this.
Yep.
God, I'm taking so much
I'm
damage.
gonna
Holy
start
fuck.
picking up the stuff at the top that's still shiny. Here, use this one.
Eileen didn't want to listen.
oh, so I don't want to talk anymore.
Is this gonna be my full turn to do that about them?
It can be a free action,
Oh yeah.
or you can use an action point.
I'll use action points for it.
Okay, so you got 2 left. Decide what you want to do while I do this.
And
Roll a perception for me, will you?
sure.
Boop.
Uh-huh.
You're still burning over there, right, Dustin? Make sure you keep care.
You hit brown, right? Oh no, that's purple. Yeah, I was keep. I thought it was
Graham died.
Yeah,
We're good.
good, good.
Oh man, I thought that I'd be able to hide and then count as it being like.
Whoa.
What?
God damn it. It was covered. It was a gold book.
Huh?
Was it a gold book?
No.
But
It's a
I
book.
mean, it was a can't for shinies.
I think he's looking for shinies right now.
Knowledge is his own reward.
God damn it! Now I have to buy one. I move here and I will inspire brother again.
Brother.
Oh, wait. Actually, I yell brother, but apparently it inspires everybody around me in a 60-foot radius.
What? Really?
Yeah. That's actually really good.
Wait, what does that mean?
Brother!
You get plus. It's
Just
basically a
kill
plus
the
1 to
man.
your D20 rolls.
Just kill
Until
the
the
guy.
next turn, like until
Put
what?
a sick
Yeah,
to its
duration
head.
1 round.
Wow,
Sorry,
that's
what was that?
impressive.
Yeah.
What was it?
You get plus 1 to your attack and damage rolls.
Wow.
Damn.
That's
Wait, attack
Oh,
and damage?
damn.
Attack and damage, yeah.
What?
So even if it's a ranged object?
I also have like. I could extend this too. Can I extend this? I have a thing to extend it.
Damn it, son.
Damn it, son.
You
That's
killed
such
the
faith in
man.
you.
I don't need to extend it back. That's my turn.
Getting close to the combat.
Yeah.
Yep. Now it is Cameron.
Have any of the goblins not moved or attacked? No, they're all good. They have all moved.
They have all.
So I can't surprise attack anybody. Fine.
Surprise.
Can't surprise motherfucker anybody. Ooh, I'll go ahead and just try
Surprise.
that.
All rise.
10, 15, 20,
2 plus.
25, and then attack this
1,
guy.
2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 60 foot. Just fucking everything.
What? You can
It's a
run
60. No, it's a 60-foot aura.
Oh, I see.
That's gonna hit.
I was wondering
How's
what
that
that
work?
wait.
So is that 30 for me then? So it's-
23. Is that more than 10 from of his
So
AC? Oh no,
it'd be
24.
like
Is
these
24
guys. So
10
you're
or
just
more
out of range,
higher
I
than
would
his
say.
AC?
It is 10 or more over
I think you're just out of range.
critical.
It just says aura, so I'm assuming it's
So
30
I'm
foot
gonna-
radius then.
That was with my short sword, so I'm gonna do 2d6.
Plus 1.
4, 5, 9 damage, 10 damage.
You are inspired, brother.
Yeah. Which weapon are you using on this one?
Short sword.
Good old bard times.
You are
Bard.
running to
It's not a
defend
cat.
your newly acquaintance man who has bottles of random liquids.
I've been hurt a lot, and I recognize he's probably one of the only people who can heal me. I mean, my brother can heal me, I guess, a bit, but like he's
So-
probably got some dank potions.
You skitter on the ground using your
Okay.
arm as a third thing to help you sprint across. You push off and you jab him right in the back of the neck and he goes down.
Down.
Good
Brother.
job.
He seemed like a good friend.
You okay, dwarf? You didn't take too much damage, did ya? How you doing? How you holding up?
Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out about splash damage, god dang it.
I don't think there's anything on there.
I'm
I
just
think,
like,
yeah. I think it's to describe you pouring the liquid on top of them.
No,
it's just weird that it's like extra damage.
I think it's just a damage type, and then you have things later on that affects your splash damage specifically.
So it's just like a modifier to add like extra damage to any kind of like splash damage attack.
Yeah.
Alright, and I was trying to like see if any other like Pathfinder had like a splash kind of effect.
Yeah.
Anyway, my turn.
Well, I was asking how you're doing on health in character.
Oh, I'm
Ow, it's metal on it.
I am 14 points of hate.
I'm all right. I got stabbed by this limpy fuck,
It's just
but
a flesh wound.
13 out of 20.
Alright, well, Train will help us out later. You good? You good for now, though?
Oh, if I feel like I'm getting too deep, I've got my own healing options. It's
Somebody's
Ah.
talking about me.
I can
Okay, well
I
then
can handle my own.
Brother?
Don't worry about me.
Is that
Oh, fuck me then. Okay. And I move over.
I don't need you.
And I move over behind this coffin and I poof. I disappear.
What?
Ooh.
What? I don't know. Disappearing.
Oh wait, that
I'm
doesn't do
over
me
there.
any good because if they
I don't know. Yeah.
there's no use to like going into hiding in the middle of combat because like it
Because they
only
see you.
it only affects like if like the first round of combat.
It's like, see,
My like surprise attacks or
It's
like
a
You
sneak
can't like
attacks.
hide behind a sarcophagus.
I mean, but like I can, but like it won't give me a sneak attack against them because it
Oh,
only,
right, because they're
Also-
already engaged.
They're like already aware of
So yeah,
you.
it says like sneak attack is you deal additional damage to flat-footed creatures. Actually, I'm gonna go look up what that means. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm not gonna hide this round. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I have an extra. Well, no, I don't have an extra move action because I moved, attacked. I can only move. Never mind. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Can
And
you not
look up
attack
this-
more than once per round?
I can, but there's nothing near me to attack. I'd have to
can't
move,
move.
but then I couldn't attack.
Yeah.
How many more?
you can still move in a position to flank for next round. Why am I telling?
Well,
We're all learning here.
I'm not great on health.
What is flank in this?
Oh, what are you already?
Uh,
how
it's
much? What do you want?
plus-
I'm almost at half health.
That's 4 probably. 2, 4. Something between 2.
Is that like a thing? Like
Here, I'll look it
can
up.
you like
I'll
ask
look it up while you're
characters
doing
like to know what their health
I mean,
is?
you
Or is
can
that
ask
like
me. I'm not against that. I'm not against metagaming like that.
right? That's
oh,
my question. Is that,
It's
is
just-
that metagaming, like
the
knowing
page
your
feels really
fellow
weird.
like
Is it because
players'
you got water?
power
Yes.
level?
No.
Right.
Oh,
But at the
like,
same time, how do you know when to
right
heal
there,
somebody if you
yeah.
don't know their max and
Yeah.
where they are at health?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Covers doing
I think, yeah, people are
I'm
just
never
like,
opposed.
I
I'm never
look
opposed
really
to just being
injured.
like, what's everybody's HP looking like?
Yeah,
Because like I like playing healers, and I
Yeah.
like asking the party, who needs a fucking heal?
Right.
What's everybody's health look like?
right. You could have like this like vague kind of like I'm doing good.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
alright.
we can make a chart of like on a
Yeah.
scale from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
what
On
is
a,
the
on a
pain
scale
you're
from
feeling
like
right
I'm fucked
cool,
up, guys.
On a scale from cool to holy shit, how are you? Is it cool? Okay, not so great. Ouch. Oh man. Holy shit. Like that, we're gonna and each of those is gonna correspond to a percentage of health.
Yeah,
I
think we
personally
should.
don't like saying health numbers. But
So
that's
yeah,
personal
maybe
thought.
we should.
So
I
we
think-
should
I think
for
later
once,
on-
like,
-2 to AC. 2
Okay.
circumstance penalties.
Nice.
Why?
okay.
Oh, I finally fully broke.
Oh
I'm sorry.
wow.
I don't know
Not
if my
enough.
character would
That's-
actually
it
like
was old. Like I can't.
be into flank. Well, I mean, I guess he would be into flanking, but like I don't know if he's
Wow.
thinking to go flanking right now.
Look what he did.
Whoa!
All right,
Ronald
who's up
did.
next? Oh shit.
Nah, he's gonna go ahead and flank just in case.
Yes.
All right, next up is
Ronald, no.
Wayne's World.
Wine. Wine. Wine.
The weird thing about my character is like I don't know
Wine.
how long combat is going for, and so I don't like use all my options. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna go over and stab somebody.
Welcome to the world of
I mean, yeah.
spellcasting.
Yeah.
Yo.
You get one spell. Buckle up, buckaroo.
Yeah, because you don't really have like cantrips or anything like that, do you?
I can like use
all
if
potions and
shit gets
vials.
into like a weird situation. I did buy alchemist tools and I can like mix them up on the fly, but only in that specific interaction. So I'm just gonna go
Like,
over and
almost like
stab
I
some
was just like,
some
oh.
fucker.
Do it.
Yeah.
Wait, is
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is this-
Interesting.
That's Kim. That's
Just
my
me.
joke.
Just
I go over to
Just
it.
my joke.
I get
All
confused.
goblins are the same, right?
They stab it.
You racist son of a bitch! I was just talking to you.
Sorry, neighbors.
Fucking neighbor. Alright. 5.
You could probably just jump on top of it.
I mean, you could go around me too.
Can I make it that far? Or 5,
What's your speed?
20, because I'm small, right?
Are you
15,
5,
20.
10, 15, 20? I mean, yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20.
This is the last one.
Dos.
Okay.
The red one too.
Goblins. Seriously.
All you need to know is yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue
That's
is
more of
me
like
and
a
Trent.
It's like a
green.
lime green, but yeah.
Okay.
It's more of
I
a
was just
meringue.
saying yellow because he said
Distinct
yellow.
Blue
I didn't-
Ranger and
It's
Yellow
Kush
Ranger.
Sponge.
Okay.
It's got Kush Sponge.
Sponge.
Kush.
Quite crisp.
I keep saying that now.
Yes.
Right. I stab Gray.
Got a soggy bottom.
7.
No.
So that news movement. So can I try again?
You did one movement, right?
Yeah, one movement to get there.
So you can do another attack, but it's -5 to your roll.
Okay. I
But if you
don't
have
know.
no other actions, you might as well. You might get luck.
I don't know when to use any of that stuff too.
1. Alright.
It was 3, but whatever.
Whatever. Whatevs. No, it's -5 to the roll.
I know, but
6
But then
minus.
plus.
Oh,
But I
yeah,
got a
then
plus,
plus.
yeah.
Whatever.
I know what I'm talking about. I'm not that bad.
Eileen, you're up.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna swing my flail at the one that is flanked. Actually, before that, I'm gonna use an action to rage.
Despite all my rage, I'm just a gnome in a cave.
This is
Okay, so raging in this is I gain temporary hit points. I last for 3 rounds, and I get +2 conditional bonus to damage rolls with melee weapons and unarmed strikes. And I take -1 to AC.
Okay.
You should know.
You just keep track of that. and I'm gonna-
Yeah.
Oh, cat. Hold on.
Okay, so. Ah! No.
You want the cat up. Try and find cover rules, by the way.
Wait, what is my attack? That's 9.
Don't you? Me.
Does not hit. Wait, no, it does not hit.
Poop! I'm gonna try again!
Oh, snap.
Oh god. Well, does
You're
that count
supposed
as
to
a
snap
roll?
and do that.
No.
Snap.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Did you spend your
that.
hero
Oh
point
my
for
God.
that, or what'd you do?
No, I
okay.
dropped
Oh.
the die the first
Oh,
time.
never mind.
But-
That doesn't count.
Now drop out my dice!
Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
so-
You roll your damage twice and then add any modifiers afterwards.
Hey, Dusty,
Eight.
you want to go 11?
Plus 6.
I'm thinking about another after this encounter. Probably wrapping up.
Okay.
So a
plus
2, 8, 9, 10.
Like 3 hours?
16, but then I get another plus 2 because I'm raging, so it's 18 points of damage.
Wait, so.
Fucking
2.5
raging.
hours almost.
Jeez.
Okay, so 10:30.
Jeez.
For how much?
This
18.
no.
Just debating on cracking it.
So,
No.
so the first one you
I'm gonna
miss,
finish mine now.
and then you're just like,
What do you
and then you spin it and you just kind of
I
like
probably won't be able
whip
to finish it
it
in
mindlessly
30
and
minutes.
you knock off
Probably
his head.
shouldn't.
Probably shouldn't.
I was gonna say, like, if you didn't have one, maybe you'd share one with me.
Just flip it.
Maybe.
And then if I were to try an
If you still
attack
got it.
for
You
my
wanna
third
share?
action, that's at like a minus 10, right?
Can't find it.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be sharing, but I was like, you want to get. You can
I
have
mean, I
some,
might
some
as well.
meat.
I do get, because of my flail,
Some meat
I
in
get
that bottle right
Oh,
there.
this?
plus.
Yeah.
Can I try some of your meat?
Go for
Can
it.
I have, put some of your meat in my mouth?
You'll just have to cup it first. Use proper cupping skills.
Oh,
And he's still taking her turn.
oh, sorry.
She's doing her third attack.
Yeah, my third attack. But so because
What
of my
rage is
flail,
the
if
turn?
I what?
Didn't Rage use an
Oh
action?
shoot, rage was a turn.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind.
Cheater.
So does rage
Do
take
it.
away? Does rage take away?
Rage is an attack to rage. So I started raging this.
No, I'm wondering about like extra attacks. Do you take less damage or less penalties on secondary attacks if you start raging?
Not not for the rage, but because of my weapon. My weapon has one of the traits on my weapon. I think it's sweep. So if I attack a different enemy than I attacked for the first one, then I get the -5 becomes a -4 instead. Or
Okay, so it's kind of like the
if
same
I
as.
can like basically sweep around and hit
It's
it.
kind of the same as agile weapons, because agile weapons are the same. Where if secondary attacks do -4 instead of -5.
That's
And third attacks do -8 instead of -10.
with the
Yeah.
dagger.
Alright.
Yeah.
So yes, okay, so that is the end of my turn.
Alright. This weapon makes a wide sweeping or spinning attacks, making it easier to attack multiple enemies.
Doesn't make it easy to search.
When you attack with this weapon, you get a +1 circumstance bonus to your attack roll if you already attempted an attack this turn against a creature. So yeah. So it's not that you get a -4, it's you get a +1 on the -5. So yeah, it's -4.
Right, yeah.
Why would they write it like that? I don't know.
It's a playtest. It probably is just a weird thing that the editor didn't catch, or it made sense at the time, and then they
Yeah.
It makes sense in isolation.
Yeah.
That's the big one. And also when you do compounding effects, it makes a lot more sense too.
That's true.
Yes.
Agile weapons though.
Combine the two together.
Eileen went, and
Sweet.
then Red just died.
Red's dead. It's, other than it being super warm, it's surprisingly comfortable.
I'm actually okay with it as long as you don't like try to actually put it on.
When you're moving your head too much, it's,
Yeah, it falls off then.
the white one, he's just like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, it's gone. No, I'm Kermit. You're doing easy being green.
I killed 2 of your friends.
Are you guarding something down here? What do you?
We moved in. We're here. We sleep here. We sleep in caves.
Everything's turning when we go to Kermit. How do I do my Kermit?
You lost it.
No, I'm having like.
You get back to it.
Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog here. We're in these caves to fight. Not fight anything. I really don't have any motivation as a character.
We just killed some orcs!
Yeah.
Orcs.
Sorry, not orcs, goblins.
We're losing it. Yeah, he doesn't really have any motivations. He's just kind of like here.
Have you seen a vault at all?
A vault.
Are we out of combat?
No, but we have stuff in the yeah, we're out of combat.
Oh, okay.
We have stuff in our travel sacks over there. We got a ring and a claw and just don't kill me, all right? I'll leave and I'll never return.
Is that where I am right now?
What kind of claw are we talking about?
I found a ring and a claw! Also a book! How do you read?
A claw?
The claw here.
What type of claw do I have?
Claw here.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between a general feat and a skill feat?
Yes.
What
Skills you use. Literally, that's the description.
One requires skills, the other one any
Yeah.
just
Oh,
general.
You
so
actually
just
use
general.
it.
Okay.
And there are different categories as you pick them when you level up.
But it looks like a lot of the skill feats are also just general feats.
I mean,
Yeah, because like with all these feats for traits, it says both general and skill for pretty much every
So yeah,
feat.
you find a
Ah,
owl
dang.
bear claw and
Owl
a
bear.
worn silver ring.
Man, I got all the bling.
I wanna look at this goblin I'm talking to.
Uh-huh.
I mean, wait, did you take the ring, Sean?
Leave everything
I
you
got the
have here.
shiny.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
all of your loot belong to
What's
us.
the claw again?
Owl
Owl better.
Ooh.
Is that the sound of an owl?
That's an
bear?
owl bear.
Man, I got 3 rings now. I'm blinging.
This is our life now.
This is our
Yeah.
life. We're gonna become professional streamers, and this is gonna be our catchphrase. We go to conventions. Do the Who.
Who are you guys? Who are you guys? Don't you mean?
Who are you?
He said the thing. All right. I think we're losing. I think this is the point. Where we
No,
should.
we're dwindling.
We just beat them, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, you.
he drops his bow, his dog slasher, and he just
Wait.
So after like flailing off somebody's head, and he's got this gangster number going on.
do it, brother. Is that his head? Yes.
I loot the bodies!
Wait, did he leave anything interesting?
I'll check when I loot the bodies.
No, the guy that just ran away. I told him to leave all of his shit.
A dog slicer and a bow, and like 6 arrows.
Mine now.
I forget, is Dog Slicer
It's a fancy weapon.
exotic? It's
just a goblin weapon. It's a cultural weapon.
I don't know if I have to take a feat for that.
Didn't you?
Well, because I have my class only has simple weapons.
Yeah.
But as a goblin, does that mean I just have access to goblin weapons and I'm trained in those?
I mean, the
unless
dog
it's
slicer
fakes.
should be a very simple weapon.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think it has as an exotic weapon.
It's definitely a cultural weapon.
I mean, my dwarven cultural weapons, since I'm not trained in.
If I use a dwarven weapon, is that cultural appropriation? Sorry.
Maybe.
Uncommon martial melee weapons, Dog Slicer. So it's a martial weapon, but it's also an uncommon. So.
But it doesn't say that it's goblins.
I mean, it has the goblin tag.
Yeah, which I think means it's goblins tend to use
I
this
think
weapon.
there's a background that allows goblins to use goblin weapon, any goblin weapon. Be trained in any goblin weapon, but I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is your class or your
Just look
background.
up the racial for it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. Definitely took us a while to go 10 feet.
I know we didn't get all that far.
Well, I mean, I think we kind of encountered a lot of different things that were just how the hell do we actually do
Too
this?
busy attacking NPCs.
So we might have some conversations after. I don't know. I'm not digging this story path. I think I might just make something that's a little bit more story driven.
Okay.
Because right now it doesn't have much going for it. It's even with the stuff I added, I'm like, I really don't know the motivation, or it's very light. It's good to kind of get this as our first run through and have fun with it. But yeah, I think I might write something for our next encounter if you guys are down. So.
Oh no, totally down for that.
And then we can write in other people.
Yay.
Alex, I know you're asleep.
Yeah,
People
so
watching this down.
you have to have the weapon familiarity for goblin weapons if you want to actually be able to just use any goblin weapon as a goblin.
Okay.
How do
is
you-
that the feat? Racial feat?
Yeah, it's a racial feat. It's weapon familiarity goblin. Others, you're
Level
trained
what?
with the dog slicer and horse chopper. In addition, you gain access to all uncommon goblin weapons. For the purpose of proficiencies, you treat martial goblin weapons as simple weapons and exotic goblin weapons as martial weapons.
Is there a level to that, or is that just something you could choose early on?
It's a level 1 background feat, but I don't know. I'm not sure if
I
so-
totally forgot I was riding a dog too.
So you
Okay.
have ancestry feats that you choose.
If
at
we
first
reboot the
level,
dog
but I don't
back.
know if.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't pick my
With my different
weapon
stuff.
proficiencies.
Yeah, I think you only
Totally
ever
forgot
get
these
the
things.
one.
Yeah,
ancestry
I
feat.
picked hardy.
But chucking it constant.
That's good to know though.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you get further ancestry feats.
Yeah, you get them every now and again.
Oh,
I think
really?
at level.
It's like every 2 levels or something, right? Or no? Maybe it's
Your
more.
I think it
character
depends on
sheet
your class.
actually-
I think it depends on your class.
Yeah, it lists when you get your racials.
Those are that's background is you get one at level 1, but I think for a rogue it looks like my next ancestry feat isn't until
Your
level
class
9.
literally tells you when you get.
Although I'm gonna check
What?
goblin to see if goblin because
That seems weird.
for the most part you check your class to see what things you get when you level up because you level them up in that class.
Yeah, it just seems weird that affects what your ancestry traits are.
Weird. Yeah, we'll have to do.
Well, it just affects how often you get those ancestry traits.
I guess that's
Yeah.
fair.
So I
Yeah,
think
because,
our best course of action is I'll make a new campaign that's more story driven, less just testing. We'll have more kind of beginning, middle, and end. We'll have a session length that I'm going to design that we need to get to at that point, and then we can end the session there. As well, it will also give us more time to learn, so we don't spend as much time plotting. But I think overall, those watching the stream definitely gave good feedback about. We got good feedback so far. I think this is a good start, and we can kind of continue from here if that works for everybody.
Absolutely.
And then
Yeah, I think so.
not saying that this is bad. I just don't think it's.
I just found my brother.
Yeah, I just don't think there's any Rise of the Rune Lords kind of beginning, middle, and end.
Right,
'Cause
just where you go to this place to do this thing.
Yeah, it's literally like you're testing. Like they're just
Right.
kind of playing this stuff out so that you can kind of like go through the motions.
I understand what you're doing, but it's not for what we're looking for.
Yeah.
We'll go back to Rise of the Rune Lords. We'll jump ahead 11 years.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at the years.
All of our characters.
Are we gonna
playing
stream
this
Rune Lords?
No, I think we'll still do the Pathfinder playtest stuff. Have it separated. It was just a joke.
Okay.
That's the joke.
That's the joke.
But thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for watching. If you watch this on YouTube or on the archives,
Smash that subscribe button.
what he said, I guess.
Poor heart. Oh, wait, heart.
Just Eileen drops. Thank you very guys for indulging us with this, and next time we'll have something more enthralling in the future.
And we'll do more research about the rules.
We only had about a week to prepare, but thanks to all of our friends, everybody. I know that we have friends in here that have watched.
We love you, Alex.
Yeah.
We love you, everybody.
Justin, Dylan.
Also,
all my
thank you
other
to
friends.
Ashley, our moderator and chat coordinator.
Thank you, Ashley.
Put the kitty cam on her. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, get the kitty cam going.
Final kitty cam.
Final kitty cam.
She's sleeping.
Oh, no, kitty. No.
Yeah.
Lick her face. She does that to me at 3 in the morning.
What did you do? Oh, she got very alarmed.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Aw, sorry, Dana.
Oh, no. You scared me so much I turned off the stream. We're still recording, though. Bonus footage.
That's the best ending that they could have had.
All right, thanks,
I
guys.
said it on our